took the time to drill a hole through a garage wall to meet up into my bedroom wall.
Her landlord admits he bugged her bedroom. He says he thought she had man problems.
Noise around the house. Men were coming over.
Did you monitor her bedroom activities?
Yes.
Oy, oy, oy. Sir, I don't think you ought to rent apartments anymore, sir.
Please.
38-year-old home healthy, Lori Garland, is suing her landlord, 77-year-old Peter Schweiakala, for invasion of privacy by placing a bugging device in her bedroom.
Order. All rise. Your Honor, this is case number 464 on the calendar in the matter of Garland versus Schweiakala. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
I'll get to you in a minute. This young woman was a tenant of yours, correct?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
And she claims in her papers that you put a device in her house, a bugging device.
Right.
And you admit that you put a bugging
Right.
device in her house. She's suing you for breach of privacy.
Correct.
Now, you say that you had every right to do that, and I'm going to let you explain why, sir.
Okay. My privacy of my home and myself was invaded by her. Also,
How?
men were coming over, breaking in through the window, noise around the house, and all this occurs around 80% after the bars close at 2 o'clock in the morning. I had 3 cops, she had 3 cops over there knocking at my door.
Why did you put a bugging device in her house, sir?
Because I had suspicion of people walking around the house. And I did see them. They walk into my living room. I see
She's
them.
not complaining that the bugging device, sir, was in your living room, but that you put it where she lives.
Yes, I could hear it. I can't hear back there. If I think I could hear something in the side of the house, I want to know. Because it's my house, because I heard the people around there before.
How did you come to rent this part of the house from him?
I'd known him previously, and the tenant that lived there before, and she had moved out, and he made me aware that it was available, and I was...
How did you know him?
Originally, back 2-3 years ago, in the paper, I was looking for a room to rent in the area, and I never did get the room to rent from him, and when this apartment came available, he...
In the 2 or 3 years, had you seen him?
Oh, yeah.
Do you
We
go to
had
the
been
same
friends.
bars? Do you go to the same hangouts? Do you
No,
stay
we
in the
had
same...
been friends, though.
You had been friends?
Right.
After you came to look at this room that you didn't rent?
Well, no, I never got the opportunity to rent it. I was living with a boyfriend. Then I came back to Mr. Saquala's residence, and he, as a friend, he allowed me to stay there in the living room until the apartment in the back became available, and then I moved in the back apartment.
Now, what's all this about people coming in and out of your apartment?
I was in a 7-month relationship. It wasn't different men, nothing of that sort.
But it was a problem relationship.
It was, and...
Police came to your house?
Yes, because he was at my window, and he also attacked me in the front yard. They were on Mr. Saquala's residence at his property twice.
So he got nervous about that. How old are you, sir?
I'm 77. I lived there 42 years. I didn't call the cops but one time. She had the cops over there 3 times.
Yeah, she says she did. She didn't have a nice boyfriend.
He got in jail.
He
He's
doesn't know
out.
what he's talking about. The point is, you know what, that's a self-contained apartment in the back, and he locked both doors so that I no longer had my private entry around the side of the house. The previous tenant did have a private entry. Now he decides that he's going to lock those 2 because I can't have my boyfriend over or my friends.
Miss Garland.
He's making me walk through the main house, and he puts up trespassing signs.
Miss Garland, listen to me. I'm not excusing, and I know that he's excitable. I'm not excusing his bugging your apartment. But you have to admit that based upon what you told me, he was very nice to you. He let you come stay in his house. Shh, listen, he was very nice. He let you come stay in his house, wait until the apartment became available, right?
Right.
And you don't think that you would have had any problem with him if you didn't have all this problem with your boyfriend.
I disagree. I think he's a very perverted individual.
What
Your
makes
Honor.
you think he's perverted?
I know his ladies that come over on a regular basis. He has a library video of adults in his room. He's got makeshift toys that I've never seen before. I can't tell you what I found when I went into that room. I originally, on the receiver unit, I cut the black wire so that I didn't know there was an off and on switch on the monitor. But
you mean, it was not only an audio unit, but a video unit
I have
as
it
well?
here. He
Can I see
repaired
it?
the black wire, and then I went in the next morning, cut the red wire. It's not until he repaired the unit to listen that I confiscated it. And when I gave him pictures that I took, he clipped the wire from the garage coming through my bedroom wall, so I was able to pull out this big monitor. It was very devastating to hear my TV going on and everything in my place.
What I'm asking you is this, was this a video unit as well as an audio unit, just
No,
an
ma'am.
audio unit?
Just audio.
Sir, did you tell her that you were bugging her unit?
What?
Did
No.
you tell her
No.
that you were bugging her unit?
No.
Well, you can't do this, sir.
I know that.
Well, you can't do it. That's an invasion of her privacy.
He took the time to drill a hole through a garage wall to meet up into my bedroom wall above my
Just
bed
a second. Did you drill a hole to get into her so that you could monitor what was going on in her
No,
bedroom?
that was in there before she even moved in there.
I
What was it?
agree with
Shh.
that.
Did you monitor her bedroom activities?
Yes.
Oy,
And everybody else that's rented prior to him, I believe that.
oy, oy, oy. Sir, I don't think you ought to rent apartments anymore, sir. You can't do that. It's against the law, sir.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He has 100 adult videos, makeshift toys in his room. It's very disgusting. I mean, if you'd seen what I'd seen.
And later today,
Did the dogs seem to like each other?
Yes.
Yeah, Mom was ready for it.
You have the male dog, right?
Yeah.
It's usually the case.
Yeah.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Lori Garland says her landlord, Peter Schweiakala, placed a bug in her bedroom. He says she had too many gentlemen callers.
Sir, listen to me. Are you on Social Security?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Is that the way you support yourself, or do you have other sources of income?
That's the only thing.
Okay, is that enough to keep your house and to keep you...
Not necessarily, just, I would say, a break even.
You break even?
Yeah.
With your Social Security?
Yeah.
I think, sir, at your age, if you can avoid renting this house that you have behind you, you should avoid it. Do you understand? Because this kind of activity you cannot be involved with. You cannot rent a house to someone and then, no, sir, I know you're raising your hand and you're going to tell me that there were people that shouldn't have been there. You cannot invade someone's privacy by putting listening devices into their home. Period. End of discussion.
May I add something?
Just a second. No, add nothing. Do you owe him any rent?
No, I don't.
Did you, what day of the month did you leave?
I haven't left yet. I'm planning to move in March.
So you haven't left?
Right.
Did you pay him February's rent?
No, I haven't paid him since November.
Why?
Because I got the police station and I talked to an attorney. And
Just a second.
He doesn't have a renter's permit. I called Housing Authority, and when they let me know, he had assured me when I moved in there after the last tenant problem that he had with also, that he had gotten obtained a renter's permit from Building and Safety to rent the apartment, and come to find out he has not
Ms.
done that.
Garland, you didn't pay him rent since November.
Right.
Is that correct?
Right.
How much was the rent?
It's $65 a week.
Do the 65 times 4.3, will you please, Byrd?
May I add also, he's been going through my trash. I found this
Then
in his room.
move, madam. You don't stay there and complain. It always irritated me when people stood up there and said, I can't stand my landlord. He does this, he does that, he does that, and he stays there, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to live there,
Right.
and I'm not going to pay.
Right.
That's outrageous.
Right.
$3,967.
Now, sir, she's suing you for $5,000 for an invasion of her privacy.
Right.
And she's entitled to that money because what you did was outrageous. However, her conduct, to me, is also not with clean hands, because she comes to court having not paid you rent, but lived there without the listening devices since November, and you haven't seen any money from your property. So I am deducting the rent that she was supposed to have paid you from her requested judgment, and I am awarding you, madam, $3,967. And I'm doing that based upon your statement that you are moving March 1st. Now, are you moving March 1st?
Yes, I am.
Where are you moving
yes,
to?
I am. In the general same area.
You have a place?
I'm going to find a room to rent.
No,
Room to rent.
You don't have a place?
Not yet, no.
Well, I'm advising you that this judgment will be held until March 1st. If you are out of his residence by March 1st, you will get this judgment. If you do not vacate the premises by March 1st, I'll see you both back here again, and we're going to make a modification. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Very good. Thank you. That's all.
Parties are excused.
Thank
you may
you.
step out. Back to your right.
One time we were friends, was in the kitchen. You know what she said? She looked at me, she said, you know, Pete, I think I'm falling in love with you. And you know what I said to myself? Hello?
Peter, look at
Hello?
me. I think you're getting a little
No,
delusion.
I don't. I have enough of girlfriends
May I
of
be
my own. I
excused?
don't need you.
And now the next case.
Parties on Alush versus Harris. Step forward, please.
35-year-old customer service agent Tracy Alush says guitar shop owner Jordan Harris kept the stud service fee after their dogs failed to successfully mate.
You were trying to find a suitable mate for your pit bull.
That's correct.
And rather than, according to your papers, and I'm editorializing a little bit, rather than putting an ad in the personal column, you went to the park,
That's correct.
where you found this gentleman who had a pit bull.
Yes.
Did the dogs seem to like each other?
Yes.
Yeah, Mom was ready for it.
You have the male dog, right?
Yeah.
That's usually the case.
Yeah.
She decided hers was ready,
Yeah.
right?
From
You
bleeding.
knew yours was ready.
Mine's always ready.
That's usually the case.
Okay.
So you made this financial arrangement where you were going to charge her a stud fee.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if he's always ready, you could have given it away for nothing if you really loved him, right?
Well,
But you decided that a stud
Pam.
fee was appropriate, right? So $200 was what you arranged. And at the appropriate time, you took your lady to his house?
No, we first came to my house for about an hour or so, and they were
For sort of a courting.
like
to
a
get to
Motel
know each other.
6.
Yes.
There's only one funny person here, sir.
Okay. Oh, okay. You got it. All right.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I didn't care whether the dog had or not to mate another dog. So I took the dog, you know, just trying to give it a proper home because I have a good heart.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 35-year-old customer service agent Tracy Alush says guitar shop owner Jordan Harris kept the stud service fee after their dogs failed to successfully mate.
In any event, to make a long story short, you took your dog over to his house for an overnight,
Yes.
and the dogs did, in fact, have a liaison.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Careful.
got it.
Careful!
Huh?
Remember what I told you.
All right.
Remember what I told you.
Yes.
But she waited and waited and waited and waited, and nothing happened, which meant that it didn't take. There were no
Correct.
puppies.
Correct.
So you want your money back.
That's it.
That's it. Now, you didn't have a written contract with each other, right?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
You had a written contract?
Yes, we did.
Let me see it.
I don't have it with me, Your Honor. I moved and it got dislocated someplace.
What did the written contract say?
It
Do you have
said-
your copy?
What's that?
What do you
No,
mean?
I
What
only
way-
gave her, it was on a napkin, so.
A napkin, listen.
It was
Listen,
real
this is
legal.
California. They do napkins all the time here.
That's right.
Huh?
Love to do napkins.
All right, so what did it say on the napkin?
It said that I'll get the dog pregnant, and if I don't, that she gets her $200 back. But, you know.
Just a second.
Oh,
Dude, just- I don't think he understands the drill here.
I don't think so, Judge.
It didn't say but, it says she gets her $200 back.
Okay.
Now, what it said?
Yes.
Good. And your position is you were willing to have another overnight
Yes.
instead of giving her the $200 back.
Well, what I told her on the phone was that she has to leave the dog over for at least 2 or 3 nights so they could hit it a couple times.
Just a second. Can I ask you a question, sir?
Sure.
I mean, this is an almost serious question. Have you ever used your dog for stud before?
Yeah, for my friends.
Who have pit bulls?
Yeah.
And did those result in successful litters?
Uh-huh.
So you knew you had what they call in the trade a proven stud.
Yeah.
But maybe there's something wrong with her lady.
Could be very possible.
Right. And your contract said if it didn't take, she gets her $200 back.
That's what the contract said, but not by, word of mouth. I told her that she had to leave the dog over, and when I called her back one night, well, I don't know if you want me to get into that part of the story yet.
Well, the case is almost over, sir, so if you have something to say, you better get it out now.
No, all right. What had happened was I came home from work, and she had gone in my backyard without me even being there or anybody being there and taking the dog home.
We had talked and made arrangements to meet at 6 o'clock.
This, I don't
Just a
remember
second.
And
doing.
you didn't show up
Talk
by
to,
6:30.
no, don't talk to him, talk to me.
By 6:30, he
The
was not
dog
there.
was there overnight.
Correct.
All right.
And he admitted that they had connected. She's
Is there
not.
any particular reason why you want to have puppies with this pit bull?
You want to see the pit bull?
What? No, I don't.
He's,
It's a nice-looking dog.
No, but why do you want
Because I
puppy?
want another dog, plus I want to be able to sell the pups and make some money.
Okay. Well, can I make a suggestion to you?
Certainly.
Do you have papers for your dog?
No.
Oh, you don't have papers
No.
for your dog? Well, that's a problem. That's a problem. And you don't care who your dog may... You have papers for your dog?
no. See, because I would be charging a lot more for my dog because he has a brother that gets, with papers, $1,000 a stud fee.
Well, it's interesting. Why doesn't your dog have papers?
Because I got it from a person who wasn't taking care of the dog, and I told the people that I'd take it off their hands and give it a proper home and really take care of it.
But why didn't they give you the papers?
They didn't have papers to begin with. He owned some kind of wild animal.
Just a minute. You just told me that your dog's brother gets $1,000 for stud. So
Right.
if your dog's brother gets $1,000 for stud, then the litter must have been a registered litter. You see, I know a little bit about that. So if you have a registered litter, that means all the puppies in the litter are registered, which means they can all get papers unless you have taken a puppy with the promise that the puppy would not be used for stud.
Come again? No, okay. Anyhow.
Did you understand what I said,
I
Bert?
heard every word.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Did you just tell me that your dog has a brother?
He
who
has a
gets-
brother,
Yes.
he has a sister, and a mother.
But the brother is a proven stud, and the brother gets $1,000 for stud service. Didn't you just tell me that?
Correct.
So I'm telling you that if the brother has papers,
Yeah.
one dog in a litter doesn't get papers, sir. An entire litter is registered with the American Kennel Club, which means all the dogs in that litter get papers.
Okay.
Right? Do you understand that? So where
But do
are
you
your
understand
dog's
that I
papers?
didn't get papers, though?
Oh, yes, you just told me that.
I told you that I didn't get it, and I just took the dog off their hands. This wasn't a puppy when I got it, okay? Now, I got the dog, and I told them I'd give him a proper home for it. I didn't ask for papers because I didn't even know if I'd do this. I didn't care whether the dog had or not to mate another dog. So I took the dog, just trying to give it a proper home because I have a good heart for,
Good. So
certain-
you're good heart. You're going to give her back her $200. Judgment is for the plaintiff for $200. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
Miss Gregg, this was your boyfriend?
Yes, it was.
For how long?
Around 2 years.
But it was a love match in which tempers flared and sparks flew.
Why did you break her radio?
I was off. You know what I mean?
Didn't you know how to say that another way?
Yeah. I was off, though.
The calendar in the matter of Greg versus Allison. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Miss Gregg, this was your boyfriend?
Yes, it was.
For how long?
Around 2 years.
Did you live together?
Yes.
You have any children?
Yes, we do.
How many?
1.
How old?
14 months.
How old are you?
19.
And how old were you when the baby was born?
18.
What kind of work do you do?
Assembly work.
How old are you?
20.
Terrific. So you got into some big fights in the house, is that right?
He was the one always starting fights. He always used to break everything in my house. And he owes me a lot more than what I'm suing him for, but I didn't think I would have a good chance because the only proof I got is a radio that he had given to me after he broke my new one.
Well, so let me understand this. Because your complaint says he broke your radio.
Yes.
He says, I did. Why did you break her radio?
I was off. You know what I mean?
Didn't you know how to say that another way?
I was off, though.
Right. All right. So you broke her radio.
Yeah.
But you bought her a new one.
Well, I got it off my brother. My brother gave it to me, and I gave it to her.
So you have a radio.
I could show it to you. First of all, it doesn't rewind. It eats up your tapes. It gets only 2 stations.
No, it works. You can plug it in right now. I'm trying to tell you.
Did you throw a telephone of his out the window?
No.
It was a TV, but
A TV, excuse me.
I had a console, but I'm dropping that because I ain't worried about the $300 or whatever it was.
Did she throw your TV out the window?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I guess she was mad because I didn't go home or something.
Excuse me, Your Honor, but I can't pick up a $300 TV. It's in his mother's house, and he probably watches it every day. And he probably watches it every day. And
what did you throw out the window?
I've never threw anything of his out the window.
My clothes, my CDs,
I was scared of him,
TV,
for one thing. I couldn't throw anything of his out the window.
All my stuff.
He's broken my kitchen set. He's broken glass tables. He's broken through my window.
She's bugging. I never broken her house.
Miss Gregg, how long did you know him before you decided to have his baby?
It was my mistake, and I understand
How long did you know him?
It was about a week.
No.
And then,
no.
And then she was like, yeah.
How long did you know him?
Around 9 months.
It was like a week, but she got pregnant in like 9 months.
It only takes 9 months to have a baby.
Yeah, I'm saying, but after like a week, she was like, oh, don't use no condoms, whatever. I was like, nah, I want to use condoms. And
First of all, I wouldn't. I'm sorry.
And she was like, nah, we ain't gonna do nothing if you use condoms. So I was like, all right, then.
Mr. Allison.
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest to you, sir, you're 20 years old.
Yeah.
There are ways of expressing yourself in a court or in most other civilized locations that don't involve using 4-letter words.
All right, I'm sorry about that.
Do you understand?
Yes.
You go to church ever?
I used to go to church.
I mean, would you use these words when you were talking to your priest?
Nope.
Because you knew enough not to do that, right?
I was young, too. I was like...
So you mean you got older and dumber?
No.
You mean when you were younger, you were smarter?
Why I gotta be dumb?
Well,
You know
because
what I
if
mean?
you were younger, you said you knew not to talk to your priest and
I never talked to the priest, really. I just went to Sunday school, like, for like 3 weeks. That's it.
Then you got kicked out.
All right. You want a new radio?
Yes.
Give him back the one he gave you.
want to keep this radio?
No, I don't.
She doesn't want that radio, Mr. Allison.
It's not
She
wrong
wants a
with
new radio. And she's suing you for $120 for the new radio. Wish I could give her $120 for a new radio and give myself $500 having to suffer here listening to your language. You have a child. Boy or a girl?
Little girl.
Do you visit with her?
Well, I seen her yesterday. That's it, though, for a while.
You're going to try to be a good father?
Yeah, I'm going to school in the fall, and I got a job right now.
You wouldn't want your daughter to grow up listening to that language that you use, would you?
Nope.
Excuse me, but he swears all the time in front of her. So if he didn't want her to grow up listening to that, he wouldn't do that in front of her.
Well, you're absolutely right.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
One thing I'm really pleased about is that you have intention of going back to school. Maybe you can learn something. Maybe.
And later today,
The only way she has to check, sir, is if she takes you to court. So this is a very foolish thing to have. Very stupid.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 19-year-old Kimberly Gregg claims 20-year-old Jordan Allison, the father of her child, smashed her radio. Jordan says Kimberly threw his television out the window.
So the two of you, who had absolutely no business making a child, made a child, and neither one of
Why
you...
didn't we have any business? We used to love each other.
Because you made this child, sir, when you were 18 years old?
It doesn't matter.
I don't have enough hours in the day to get through to you, sir. But I certainly hope one thing. One thing I'm really pleased about is that you have intention of going back to school. Maybe. Just maybe. You can learn something. Maybe.
What are you trying to say? I don't know nothing now.
Right.
Right.
$120 for you. Buy yourself a new radio. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I'll pay child support. I'll see my daughter, but I ain't being with her no more.
That's why you call me up all
I don't
the
call
time.
you. You're crazy. You're crazy.
Oh, all right. I
This
got
girl's
messages
crazy.
to prove it.
All right.
I ain't even
Prove
gonna
the
pull his
messages.
card, but he knows what I'm talking about.
Okay, whatever.
And now the next case.
Parties on Basler versus Cora. Step forward, please.
29-year-old blackjack dealer Michelle Bassler is suing her ex-husband, graphic artist Peter Cora, 32, for not paying his share of their federal income taxes. Peter is countersuing his ex-wife for harassment.
Miss Bassler, you and the defendant were married and divorced.
Correct.
And pursuant to your judgment of divorce, according to the defendant, he says that you were supposed to share the marital debts. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you get a statement from the Internal Revenue Service saying that you were both deficient in paying income tax for a year while you were married, and they took your whole refund to satisfy that deficiency. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that was a joint debt.
Yes.
So you say he should be responsible for at least half.
Your Honor, a statement came to me from the IRS stating that almost $1,100 went to paying his Social Security
His Social Security?
number, not my number. The only reason why I was responsible is because I was married to him at the time, and we had filed jointly for 1994 taxes.
Were you working in 1994?
No.
In the year that was filed? You were not?
No, I was not.
What kind of work was your husband doing at that time?
He is self-employed.
You have children together?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
How many children?
One.
How old is that child?
He just turned 5.
So you were staying home with him when he was young?
Yes, I did.
So how much did they take altogether?
They took $1,089.30.
Can I see, please, your judgment of divorce?
Sure.
Here you go.
What kind of business are you in, sir?
I do graphic arts and printing.
Now, Miss Bassler, this judgment's divorce is clear. It says that the plaintiff, that's him, shall be responsible for 1/2 of various community debts, including Sears, Sizes Unlimited, Broadway, Phone Company, and IRS for 1994 taxes, among other things. Defendant shall be responsible for 1/2 of the community debts and the debt against the 1988 Mercury. This divorce judgment was in 95, was filed in 95. Clearly, this says that you're responsible for half.
Correct.
Okay. That means you're responsible for half.
Correct.
Good.
We're equally responsible for half of all community debts. And I spent over $3,000 in community debt. And I figured she didn't have a job when we were divorced. And I wanted to just, try to be fair. I paid him. I figured eventually one day down the road, it'll all wash out.
Okay.
The first penny taken from her, she blows up.
Okay. So let's see. Plaintiff, that's you. Sears bill. I'm going through each one of them. Let me see what you paid to Sears.
Your Honor, I have a $22 check for Sears that I don't have a copy of, but that was all that I paid
$22 to Sears. Sizes unlimited.
$150.34.
$150. So I'm going to give you credit for half of that. Sizes unlimited. That was your bill?
Yes.
$75. What's next? Broadway.
Total for Broadway was $198.86.
Let's make it an even 200 because I'm so poor in math. Is that all right with you?
Yes.
Half. You get credit for $100, sir. I assume you have receipts for all these things that you paid.
Canceled checks, yes, Your Honor.
Good. So in total, sir, instead of these thousands of dollars that you're talking about, you got $175 that I'm going to give you credit for because that's what the divorce decree says.
Okay.
Right?
Fine. In the judgment, it also stated that we were to share in the payment of her father's house, which I paid a payment of $1,045, and that was the only payment made.
Just a second. Okay, both parties shall be equally responsible for the defendant, that's you, refinancing of her house in California while your father resides in the house. What does that mean?
Basically, we borrowed money on the house, and I agreed as long as her father was living there that I would share in the cost.
What do you mean you borrowed money on the house?
The house belonged originally to Michelle and her sister. Her sister basically wanted nothing to do with the loan that we needed when we moved to Las Vegas.
Just a minute. What you're telling me you took out a home equity loan on the house?
Yes.
Well, why don't you just say that? That's something
Okay.
I understand very clearly. You took out a home equity loan on her house.
On her house.
On her house, on her property.
Correct.
And what'd you all do with the money?
We moved to Las Vegas.
Together?
Together.
How much money, sir, would you say you used of the home equity loan?
Between the two of us, all of it.
How much?
Your Honor, I can't give you an exact
Give me an
amount.
idea.
Okay, the first loan was in the amount of $75,000 is correct. Over $40,000 of it went to purchase a home here in Peter's name. I was not on that house. I given him the money for the down payment. We lived there. And the rest of it was to pay off consumer debt and to live because Peter didn't have a job from the time we moved to Las Vegas until shortly after we moved in October of '91. It wasn't until the end of January of '92 that he found employment.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
$270 a month is an outrageous amount of child support from what apparently is an educated man like yourself in his own business, right, who's got money for a tape recorder.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Michelle Bassler wants her ex-husband, Peter Corr, to pay his share of their federal income taxes. He wants her to stop harassing him.
The reason I find that interesting is because I read your answer, sir, and in your answer, sir, you said that she didn't work, that you supported the whole family, that you worked and took care of everything, she just stayed home.
For the most part, I met the obligations. I was the one earning the money to pay back the loan.
Well, how much did you pay back?
We were paying probably around $1,000 a month. But
how much did you pay back?
We paid back at whatever the loan payments were until there was a balloon at the end of the loan. That's what caused the refinance.
How much did you pay on
The
it?
loan was a 30 due in 3. At the end of 3 years, I had a refinance. Peter made one payment before our divorce, and the rest of the time, my sister and I took care of it.
Okay. Now, what's all this other thousands of dollars for harassment, Mr. Cora?
She has taken me to court for several things. She has told the district attorney statements that were absolutely false, and she has dragged me to court. She's made me out to be a deadbeat dad. I have paid every dime of my child support. My child is my primary concern. My divorce decree says 18% of my income. Since my income fluctuates, my child support payments fluctuated. So she...
did you have lawyers representing you in this divorce proceeding?
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Don't you understand, madam, that when somebody is self-employed, you don't say, I'm going to accept 18% of his income. That brings you back and forth every single time a month comes due, because you don't have a paycheck to look at, and you have absolutely no way of checking. And the only way she has to check, sir, is if she takes you to court. So this is a very foolish thing to have in a support order, 18% of your income. Very stupid.
Your Honor, can I play a tape for you?
Just a second.
It's very critical in the harassment charges.
Just a second.
Yes.
Tell me what the tape is going to say to me.
Basically, it goes with her rambling on and on, how I'm going to take you to district court, I'm going to take you to family court, I'm going to keep you in court, I'm going to make your life miserable.
So why don't you go into court, sir, and say, I want a fixed amount to pay every week?
We already have that. The district attorney ordered me to pay $270 per month, period.
Your Honor, that issue is not finished. He has to prove his income. He supplied me with computer-generated income taxes in family court. And when we went for divorce, I was not represented. Peter went to court by himself.
Listen to me. I think that until you get the issue of support resolved, there is going to be continued acrimony. You cannot have a support order that says 18% of your income, especially when you are self-employed. So I would suggest as fast as you can to get the matter of support resolved.
It has been.
No, not according to her. If a district attorney directs you to pay a certain amount of money, sir, that is not a court proceeding. A district attorney is there as an interim advocate. So he has suggested that until this matter is ultimately resolved, you pay $270. But I'm telling you this, sir, if the judge, after hearing this case, determines that you, in fact, earn more than what you told the district attorney, based upon several factors, some of which I don't think I'm going to tell you now, so that they might come as a surprise to you. You must be prepared to pay more than the $270 a month, because that doesn't probably represent 18% of your actual income. We understand each other?
Yes.
Perfect.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
Your counterclaim, sir, is dismissed. I am
You won't
awarding...
allow me to play this one last piece of evidence?
No, I'm not interested in her telling you she's going to take you to every court in the United States, including the Supreme Court of the United States. $270 a month is an outrageous amount of child support from what apparently is an educated man like yourself in his own business, right, who's got money for a tape recorder. So if she's annoyed that you went through clearly with her a lot of her money, I can understand that. Shouldn't have to trust you. I get $373, Byrd. I get half of $1089.
All right, which is $544.65 was what I came up with.
$544. Go ahead.
65.
Less
And then
ones.
I took away $175, and I came up with $369.65.
Oh, that's right. $369, judgment for the plaintiff. Thank you very much.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
Thanks.
And on the next Judge Judy.
For the sake of my child, I'm always polite to her. My child is #1 priority. I will not be nasty in front of her, in front of my child to her. And it was ordered in the court, in the divorce decree, that we aren't nasty to each other in front of the child.
asked everyone in the house, did they know where my earrings was at? Everyone said no.
Missing jewelry, missing boots, and an unpaid babysitting bill. Cousins at war.
So you stole her earrings?
No, I did not steal them.
Oh, I'm telling you that you did.
They're lost. I don't know where they at. I didn't wear them.
You're a liar. And your mother is encouraging.
Case number 431 on the calendar in the matter of Scott versus Walker. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Well, you folks are cousins, but clearly don't like each other. Is that a fair statement?
No, I never said I didn't like them.
That's a fair statement, Your Honor.
I never said I didn't like them.
Well,
I just have a disagreement.
Cousins usually don't resolve their disagreement in court. Mr. Scott, are you part of this lawsuit, sir?
I believe so.
None of this property that was taken is yours. Is that right?
No, the boots and the earrings are not mine.
Sit down.
But I helped contribute.
Sit down. Miss Scott, you allege, I assume that this young lady stole certain things from you.
Yes, she did.
What do you say she stole from you?
She stole my figure-8 earrings that I had purchased in November. They were diamond-cut figure-8 earrings. And she stole my Timberland boots.
Okay. And you claim, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Your name is?
Tierra Walker.
Tierra?
Yes.
And you say, well, I have the earrings, right?
No, I don't have the earrings.
Who has the earrings?
My little sister, Tanisha Walker.
Where is she? That Tanisha has the earrings.
Yes.
And she'll give them back when she pays $450 for babysitting, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And as far as the boots are concerned, you have her boots?
Yes. Yes, I do.
And the reason I took her boots is because she borrowed my sneakers and didn't return them.
Yes. My mother and my sister had to go up there and get them.
But you still have the boots?
Yes, I do.
So why don't you tell me how this family tragedy began?
Well, it all started in November when me and my husband and my 2 children went over Tracy's house for a couple of weeks to stay until my house came through. When I went over there, I took my jewelry off and I set it on the entertainment system. 2 days later, when I went to put my earrings back on, they were gone. I asked everyone in the house, did they know where my earrings was at? Everyone said no, including my husband. I called Tracy while she was at work, and she said she didn't know anything about them. I was hoping maybe she put them on to go to work in or something. So that was the end of my earrings. I moved out on December 2nd. I got my house. Maybe 2 weeks later, I moved away, and about a week later, Tracy called me saying Tierra ran away again. Tierra's a runaway. She ran away again, and did I see her, or, you know, did I know where she would be at or anything like that? And I told her no. And as the conversation grew on, she said, and she ran away in your Timberlands, my boots. And I was like, my boots? So, you know, I said, well, you're going to have to get me another pair. She said, no, she's going to have to get you another pair. Tierra's 16 years old. She's a minor.
No.
Shh.
I'm sorry.
Shh. Tierra is 16 years old. She's a minor. I don't expect anything to come from her. I expect it to come from her parents. Her husband, Tyrone Walker, said the same thing to me. He told me he would make sure that, you know, I would get my belongings back.
Okay. So it's those 2 things. It's your boots and your earrings.
Yes.
Step up here. How did you come in possession of her earrings?
Okay. Well, she left them, so I picked them up.
She left them where?
At my house. So I picked them up, and I said, well, Sharon, you know, kept telling me that she was going to pay me for babysitting her baby for her. Okay, I babysat, and I babysat. She never gave me no money for babysitting except for 2 times. So I just said I'll take her earrings just in place, you know, just in place of the money. But
That's
I said I will return them when she gave me my money.
That's a lie.
Just a second. Who did you say that to? To you? To yourself?
I told my mom, and I told her boyfriend.
You picked up the earrings. What did you do with them when you picked them up?
Nothing. I put them up.
Put them up where?
On top of the refrigerator.
What'd you put them up on top of the refrigerator for?
Because she wasn't getting them back.
She wasn't getting them back?
Yes.
So you stole her earrings?
No, I did not steal them.
Oh, I'm telling you that you did. I'm telling you that you stole her earrings. If she owed you for babysitting, you have the perfect right to say, you didn't pay me the last time for babysitting. and I'm not going to babysit for you again until you pay me. You don't wait until, according to you, she owes you $450 for babysitting.
I said $330. I didn't say $450.
Well, I have a countersuit here for $450.
Well, they must have.
Shh. And that's made up nonsense and say, well, that's the reason that I took the earrings.
Excuse me, can I say something?
Yeah.
Sharon had told my daughter on several occasions that she would pay her money for watching her daughter. Okay, yes. Tanisha agreed to it. Sharon knows that my daughter...
No, don't talk to each other.
Twice. She paid my daughter 2 times out of maybe... It was several times my daughter had
Just a
watched
second.
her daughter.
Listen to me. How many is several?
She had written it down. Okay, a total that she has gotten down so far was 9.
Okay.
2 different occasions Sharon paid her for watching her. The rest she did not. Only because my daughter being Tanisha, you know, nice and whatnot, she watched her child. She watched her child when her child was...
Is your last name Walker?
Yes, my last name is Walker.
And this is your daughter?
Yes. And she
Are you telling me, madam, that you are condoning, as a parent who's trying to set an example for their children, your daughter taking property that didn't belong to her, hiding it in your house by putting it on top of the refrigerator?
No, I did not.
Fine. Good.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I don't want to hear from you. You're a liar.
Prove it.
You are a liar.
Well,
Yeah, no, liar. You're a liar. And your mother is encouraging you.
And later today...
You mean the child was removed from your custody? The child was removed
He was not removed. She abandoned him. She asked her brother to watch our son, and she left him.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Sharon Mall Scott is suing Tiara and Tanisha Walker for stealing her boots and jewelry.
Let us say that I believe everything that you said so far, that your daughter babysat for her 9 times and was paid twice. Right?
Correct.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right. And how much were you paid on the 2 times that you babysat?
Well, she only paid me $20.
$20 one time.
That was for one day.
Yes.
She paid me $10 the other time.
At the time that she paid you the $20, how long did you babysit for her?
Well, Marvin brought the baby over about 10, and she came pick him up like around 7.
10 in the morning, and she came and picked baby up at 7 in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And you babysat for $20 for that period of time.
Yes.
Now, the next time you said she gave you $10.
Mm-hmm.
So how many hours did you babysit at that time?
Well, that time, I said she paid me about $10 for 3 hours because I told her I would watch the baby while she go out and dance.
So let's say it's about $3 an hour. Now, the other 7 times that you say you babysat for her, tell me about them.
Okay, I babysit the baby 3 times. That was for a 1 week period.
What do you mean a 1 week period?
Okay, I babysit her for 1 week. 1 week.
What's a week? You mean for 7 days you baby?
7 days.
7 days?
Yes. I babysit her baby.
From what time to what time?
They brought the baby over on Friday. Came back the next Sunday.
You mean for a whole week they left the baby with who?
Yes, they did. Me.
With who?
Me.
Tell me about that.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
No, it's not.
My daughter right now is only 7 months. She hasn't babysat my daughter since, I say about 3-4 months now.
Did you ever leave the
baby?
baby?
No, I did not.
You didn't let me finish the question. How could you answer the question if you didn't let me
Well,
finish?
I'm just saying, I did not. I never left my baby with a minor for a week.
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
Never.
Did you ever leave the baby with her for a week?
No, never.
Did you ever leave the baby for a couple of days?
No, never. I will always, if she watched my daughter, it would be a couple hours, time period of a couple hours, and I would go pick her up, or my husband would go pick her up.
Let me explain something to you. Tanisha?
Yes.
Your countersuit is for $450 for babysitting. That's what you filed.
I filed
According
$330.
to you, let's make it $330 then. So that's even less. According to you, at $3 an hour, which is what you would say you were paid the last time, you would have had to have babysat for her 110 hours. No way. Now listen to me, Miss Walker. I would suggest that you try to tell your daughters that if they have a dispute with someone, they do not resolve that dispute by self-help, which is what your daughter did. Your daughter took property, she stole it. She stole it, it didn't belong to her. She had no right to take it. Absolutely no right to take it. If she had a dispute with regard to babysitting, she always has a legal recourse.
I understand what you're saying.
Good.
And that's what I told my daughter. But she felt strongly about what she did and the reason for her doing that.
Did you explain to her strongly as
know,
her mother
but-
that still wasn't appropriate?
And it wasn't appropriate of her not to pay my daughter either.
Just a second. Miss Walker?
Yes.
You got a problem, madam. Your problem is if your daughter believes strongly in the virtue of her position, you have to explain to her as her mother that whether she believes strongly in it or not, she's wrong. You don't take property that doesn't belong to you because she may have a dispute with your daughter. Put your hand down. I'm not finished with you yet because we're going to get back to the boots.
Your Honor. Also, Tanisha had 2 rings that belonged to me.
Just a second.
2 rings, a pair of earrings in my boots.
And what about, well, you're absolutely right. You have 2 rings?
Yes.
Who has rings?
I have them.
You have the rings too?
Well, she let me hold them.
And she never returned them.
Well,
because what you did to my sneakers. That's why I didn't return them.
You also have her rings because of something she did to your sneakers?
Well, she let me hold them. She never asked me back. She never asked me.
Where are they?
I don't know. They lost.
Now, the rings
Stop.
I was willing to pay for.
Hey! What do you mean they're lost?
They're lost. I don't know where they at. I didn't wear them personally.
Now you. Why did you take her boots?
I didn't take her boots.
You were wearing her boots. It says here that you were wearing her
She
boots.
left them over my house, Your Honor. So I wore them when I left. But she never did ask me for them back. You never asked me for them back.
Just a second. Did you get back a pair of sneakers?
I had to go
had to
get
throw them
them.
in the
Just a
trash.
minute. Did you get them
Yes,
back?
I did.
Did you return the rings?
The
yes
rings
or no?
Tanisha lost.
No,
I was going
just
to
a
give
second.
her.
I
No,
want you to
I
answer
didn't.
my question. Did you return the rings?
No, I didn't.
Did you return the boots?
No.
Did you return the earrings?
No.
Good. How much did you pay for the earrings, the rings, and the boots?
The earrings was $350. My 2 rings was $100 altogether, and my boots was $129.
Okay.
You have
Yeah,
receipts?
Yes, I do.
I don't want to hear from you. You're a liar. You are a liar. Among other things, you're lying
the
when you
receipt
said
for
to
my
me
jewelry.
that you lost the rings.
Well, I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
lose the rings.
liar. You're a liar.
I didn't.
And your mother is encouraging you.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Their mother is right now sowing the seeds of disaster with these 2 girls.
And later today,
What about the women who abuse guys financially, emotionally, every way they can, you know? And this snake right here has done that to me.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Sharon Mall Scott is suing Tiara and Tanisha Walker for stealing her boots and jewelry.
So your entire suit is for $579. Is
Yes,
that correct? You don't straighten your girl. I'm just telling you this. You don't straighten your girls out fast. You're going to find yourself standing in court with them a lot.
Exactly.
A lot.
Mind your business.
Hey,
See?
shh, don't start up with them. Her mother, their mother, is right now sowing the seeds of disaster with these 2 girls. She's already getting payback time, big time, with this one who ran away.
7 times.
This one,
Mind your
this
business.
this one isn't far behind. Judgment is for the plaintiff in the amount of $579. Your counterclaim is dismissed because I don't believe a word you say.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
You better not go home.
Out the bench.
And now the next case.
Parties on Malden versus Branch. Step forward, please.
37-year-old heavy equipment operator Ray Malden is suing his estranged wife, grocery clerk Catherine Branch, for stealing money orders. Catherine is countersuing Ray for taking all of their possessions.
This is not a very difficult case. I just have a few questions. Are you 2 people still married to each other?
Yes, we are. I filed papers for a divorce, and it's in default right now.
We both filed papers for divorce, and
Good.
we're
Well,
both
it's clear.
we're legally separated.
When did you separate?
First time, second time.
second time?
Probably in October of '94.
Miss Branch, stop
Yes.
playing with your papers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When did you separate for the last time?
For the last time, it was in 1997, I believe. It was in January of '97. I filed papers for legal
I didn't ask you when
separation.
you filed. When did you last live together?
I have the date in my papers. It
You
was
don't
in
remember the
January.
year?
It was in January of '97, I believe.
He says 94. Did you live with him, according to you, in '97?
No.
Did you live with him?
Yes,
Madam.
I did.
Where?
No, I didn't. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry. It was in '95. I apologize.
94, 95. All right. So now we
It's
understand.
in my papers.
You don't have to look. Shouldn't have to look in your papers to know when the last time you lived with your husband was. In what year? 94, 95, 97. That's a wide spread. Okay. So you've been separated for
apologize.
several years, correct?
Several years. Yeah.
He says that when he was giving you a lift somewhere, he had just purchased 2 money orders, the amount of $350 apiece,
370, ma'am.
$370, and that you stole them from his car.
Yes, I did. I took the money orders.
Well, you had no right to do that.
No, I didn't.
So then you have to give him back the money. Good. And this is a very easy case.
I have a reason why I took the money orders, ma'am, Your Honor.
There's no reason for taking money. I mean, I've read this, and it's you said he left you alone with a baby, and he didn't provide support, and he didn't do all these things. He didn't do all. That's what courts are for. That's why you take him to court. You take him to courts for child support. You make sure that he pays it because that's the child's right to be supported.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you don't resort to self-help.
Yeah.
That's stealing.
And
How
I
many
had
children do you have?
I have 2 beautiful boys by him.
Okay. You pay child support, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
How much do you pay? You should know that as quickly as you know the date that you separated.
$196.85 a week. That's for 1 child. I just was ordered my first child
that is not
back
true.
into the home. The guardianship that was over my child has been terminated. It was terminated yesterday.
What do you mean the guardianship?
There was, because our marriage was so bad, ma'am, there was a guardianship placed over my first child.
You mean the child was removed from your custody?
The child was removed.
He was not removed. She abandoned him.
Just a second.
She abandoned him.
Whatever it was, the child was removed from your custody.
Yeah.
And the child by the state?
Yeah.
No.
By the courts.
Not by the courts. She abandoned him. She asked her brother to watch our son, and she left him. And I could not get custody of him because of some technology, whoever it was, some things I couldn't do. Anyway, we went to court yesterday, and she did get custody of him. But there has not been any order made yet. And I am paying child support for my second son.
According to you, he's paid.
He's paying for alimony and for the child support for our second son. And
Well, the first son wasn't with you. The first son was in replacement.
No, I've been battling for my first son for the last 5 years.
I don't care whether you've been battling. You didn't have that child in your custody.
Yes, ma'am.
So he's been paying alimony, and he's been paying support for the second child.
Yes, he has.
Fine. You had absolutely no right to take this $370 in checks, and that's what it totaled. Correct, sir?
$370, yes, ma'am.
$370.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I know her past life, her life now. And like I see, she ain't changed nothing. Ain't nothing changed about her except this fake facade she has everyone to believe.
Now, you're countersuing for $2,500 for some items that were purchased during the marriage that he now has. What is that nonsense?
That's all the items like the washers and dryers, the
That'll be handled.
couch.
Listen to me. That'll all be handled in your judgment of divorce.
That's what I thought.
That's what
and
it
that's what I
will be.
thought, that the $370 would be handled in that area.
No,
also.
that you stole. Judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $370. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
She's the biggest crook that I've met, that I've been involved with, you know, and it bothers me to stand here right next to her. I know her past life, her life now, and like I see, she ain't changed nothing. Ain't nothing changed about her except this fake facade she has everyone to believe.
The courts in Stanislaus County took my son from me because of the way I used to live my lifestyle. But since I have repented and I do go to church and I'm not perfect,
She abandoned
but you know
him.
what? The courts ordered my son to come back home.
That was offered the use of the credit card to pay for my car repairs.
So, should the being dead, you accepted.
They were in love for 4 years, but now it's over.
Chivalry.
Wants him to pay what he owes.
So that what you're expecting me to believe, sir,
She
all up to date on the Visa and all up to date on the MasterCard.
That's what I want you to do.
You will all let him use your credit cards. You split up, you don't pay.
Correct.
Together, what'd you give him your credit cards for?
Well, we dated for almost a little over 4.5 years, and he did not have a credit card. So on occasions when he needed and
have a credit card.
I didn't want a credit card. I didn't need one.
Why didn't you? You had hers.
Didn't have hers. She had hers.
Hers?
I didn't use hers without her being there. She was
I
there.
didn't mean that you used it. Would you use her knowledge and permission? Did you use her credit card?
We used her credit cards.
Without her. Ever use her credit card for things that was strictly for you?
Yes.
Did you?
Well, we some car repairs.
Like what? And that was for your car?
Right.
So you did need a credit card for your car repairs?
At the situation, I didn't really need a credit card. I could have paid for it myself cash, but it was, well, the use of the credit card to pay for my car repairs.
So,
offered.
Being dead, you accepted.
Well, that's a different type of, I wouldn't say that. I'd say that the money was supposed to be used towards a vacation that I was going to be going on with the plaintiff. Money was...
How much did you charge on her credit card for your car repair?
About $850.
How much did you pay
that
for
would be
it?
actually incorrect.
Okay. How much did he pay?
How much?
For the car repairs.
How
much did he charge on your credit card for the car repairs?
For the car repairs, how much did he pay? $100.
And how much of that did you pay?
I'd say I paid probably all...
About 14.
Show me.
I can't show you. I can show you what I did pay, though. I can show you what I've all of it. There's basically, the plaintiff had my checkbook. She wrote checks for me, paid over the year. She just said, okay, well, this is what we're paying, this is what I'm paying, and I just to pay.
Let me just see, sir, your checks for June.
There you go. Continue.
Okay. June.
And this is a statement, you know, paid 908. Your Honor, basically through our relationship, I paid everything.
What are you showing me here?
Those are copies. I couldn't get canceled checks in time. The bank sent me the paid for statements. So I'm showing you a bank statement, and as well as a wrong check ledger, which shows that I paid 908.
I'm not
Copy of my
check ledger, sir. Okay. Now, what about Visa? Interested in you? You see the charges on Visa for his car.
They're right here. And I have payments. I mean, this is from October of '95 until July of '96. He was a credit in the red. Those are his payments. So I gave him full credit for everything that he and there's or paid. I just want what he owes me plus the interest. It's accrued since. Did. I agree that it's pretty lame that he charges.
Very lame. Very lame. And nobody's
It wasn't a matter of me charging on her card. It's like, I want this, I'm charging on
Lame.
Credit card.
and you're paying for it.
Okay. You owe her some money for the car.
The credit card?
There.
But these other charges, I mean, are his that he made.
Repairs.
Did she?
I would not have said that, yes, go ahead and use my credit
Your
card
Honor,
and I'll pay for this.
On the Your Honor's bill that she breaks down for June, does she break down what would be my charges and her charges?
Mm-hmm.
American Express, why did she want to do that throughout our relationship on the American Express bill that I paid?
Why?
We always did.
Just a second.
Okay, what? Yeah.
She did.
No.
But maybe she did it in this month because, you know, you don't break up. Why? Sir, things start going bad in the months before that.
A couple years before that.
Right? Well, they overnight a relationship longer than you should have. So. You know, people have to be smart, and you stayed with men and women. You don't commingle these assets and expect somebody else. Court, both waste their time going through a 5-year relationship, separates to Kleenex and who bought toilet paper and whether it was his toilet paper or your Kleenex. That's just not going to happen. Who bought? You look like an intelligent young woman. You don't let somebody else use happen, madam.
I took his word. I thought
dating
he would pay.
for 4.5 years isn't being married.
I really.
Your credit card. Why after 4.5 years weren't you married?
Realize that?
Huh?
Exactly.
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 Mr. Fraley.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. So, up in June.
In July.
In July of 1996. So you broke?
Yes.
What I would like you to do is, assuming that this was valid, correct? It is not. But assuming it was, I just want you to take out the sheet evidence of payments that you made on the Visa and MasterCard on or after of 1996.
None.
All right. So that what you're July to believe, sir,
Said everything was paid prior.
is that you were all up to date, expecting me on the Visa and all up to date on the MasterCard. If that's what you want me to believe.
That's what I want you to believe.
No way. No way.
Your Honor, breakups are
No.
I mean, through our 4-year relationship, I paid for, and I think the plaintiff will agree that I never good financially took care of her when we went out.
I would disagree.
Well, she can disagree, basically, but since I was making more money than her, I took more of the financial burden. And that was understood.
Except, sir, that when you broke up, there was an $8,000 bill.
And,
So,
okay.
that was a debt. That was a debt that...
It wasn't my $8,000.
...due on Visa. Well, but a good portion, at least a portion of it, sir, was yours. A portion of it here has repairs which were extensive, and you were making minimum payments due on the account. Your car, and you break up and you decide, well, I don't have to make minimum payments anymore on the account. I'm not going to make another payment. So that, which is exactly what you did, because there is nothing in your ledger to suggest that after you kissed each other on the account, you made one additional payment, which is really sort of outrageous.
I never
the goodbye.
Money I paid all along now.
Well, that's your problem.
I knew how much.
Judy continues in a moment.
I do believe him when he says that he paid for certain things.
Judge Judy.
Otherwise, you would have been a jerk to stay with him since he was earning 4 times as much as you were, right? In cash. Good.
And later today,
You don't, sir. Ask
your
friend to step up to the mic so that you can do fisticuffs with him. It's like a boy. Dumber. Dumb and...
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Wendy Hickman wants her ex-boyfriend, Mark Fraley, to pay her back for credit while they were together.
She's suing you for half of this $8,000, and
For the use of
half of it is yours. But I certainly think that your car repairs are yours. I don't even know. There are a lot of other charges here that are substantial, big ones. You know, did you go to Homer Lodge and to Homer, California together? You went together and you charged that on the credit card, $232, right?
Yeah, we did. I paid it.
You paid.
Okay, she would charge someone. I'd bring cash, and I'd pay cash. She charged it.
Who would you pay cash to?
I'd pay cash for everything else. It wasn't a matter of, okay, let's throw everything on the credit card. I'm penniless.
Oh, just a second. I understand. You went to this lodge, and how long?
I wasn't walking.
Lodge.
Two nights.
Yeah, 2 nights.
2 nights. The truth is, I see what you mean. The lodge is paid for on here, but you also had to eat. People. I assume you didn't go skiing or whatever.
I have my own money. It's not like tipness.
No, but he was with you, so I assume he paid. Cash.
No, not necessarily. I went.
You know something? Truth of the matter is, I don't necessarily believe you. I think that you put some things on your credit card, some things that are clearly his bills. But according to this, you did go on vacation, certain things you put on the credit card. But if you look down the same dates, they're on vacation. Dates there, like for restaurants, going out to eat, so that he probably paid some of no cash, and you put some of the stuff on your credit card. And whether that balanced itself out of the meals and 50 is anybody's guess. You still had an $8,000 nut. 50-50. Nobody is going to figure this out. Certainly, I am not going to award you $4,000. Believe him when he says that he paid for certain things in cash. Otherwise, you would have been a jerk to stay with him since he was... Because I do times as much as you were, right?
Yes.
Good. So I don't think you look like a jerk. So I'm awarding you earning $4. Consider yourself lucky. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
$1,000.
I was helping him out. He didn't have the money. He didn't have the credit to get a credit. So I allowed him to use it.
I was making 4 times as much, so how come I didn't have the money?
Credit card? I don't know. Good question. You just don't say on good faith that I'm going to pay you back. You do it. That's just wrong.
Oh, but it's okay to take and take and take, and then that's all right.
And you don't twist a view of our relationship.
And now the next case.
He's on Welton versus Lunaria Restaurant. Step forward, please. All parties.
Harmonica virtuoso Danny Welton is suing restaurant owner Bernard Jacques for not paying for his performance. Bernard claims the harmonica player's rude behavior caused customers to leave.
Mr. Welton?
Yes, ma'am.
Rude behavior.
Play the harmonica.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
You do that for a living?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Your complaint, you had a contract with the defendant to play at his restaurant.
We had a verbal agreement.
According to...
Because I...
Am I speaking? You had a contract with the defendant to play at his restaurant.
Yes, ma'am.
You played there.
Yes, ma'am.
He didn't...
That's right.
That's what this case is about.
That's right.
He's got a defense, pay you. You didn't play and you cost him money. So, And he said it was an oral one. How much were you supposed to be paid?
Initially, my band was $350 for the band. I was supposed to get 80% of all covers. And also, I was supposed to be reimbursed 85% I took out in the Hollywood Reporter. I got reimbursed for that. Also, something very important and very dear to me, he was supposed to feed my and gave them nothing. Nothing.
No, that's not true. Even according to you, he gave him something.
Band and
he gave him stale pizza.
Yeah, well, stale pizza. That was nothing.
According to you, they ate it.
They spit it. Well, actually, they spit it out.
Mr. Welton, let me explain something to you, sir. We are not going to sit and play with each other.
Yes, ma'am.
This was for when this performance.
A one-night engagement.
And how many one night are you supposed to do in that one night?
2.
And did you do the first one? Shows?
Yes, ma'am, and it was packed.
Packed. And then there was a problem, to you, sir, with the second performance. So why don't you tell me?
There was a drunken lady in the audience who started to heckle me.
What did you say about it?
You know, I'll be honest with you, Judge. I do not recall exactly. If I were to say, it would be wrong.
Okay, so you started shouting things.
That's right.
How long have you been
exactly,
a performer, sir?
All my life. Since
So
I'm 3 years old.
I assume that performers do this sort of thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
And
what
I
did
know
you
how
do?
to handle them.
You've had people do.
I start throwing lines back at her.
So what'd you...
To keep her quiet, hoping that would squelch. And her boyfriend got mad at me and threatened to charge the problem. And I said, come on. You know, he was going to the microphone. I was, you know, I wasn't going to back off. I've never taken a come up there backwards in my entire life.
So what happened?
Bernard, half a step show at that point.
Bernard, you closed the show down when that's...
We closed the show.
We were forced to.
Shh. You closed down the show. Is that right?
Your
What's
Honor.
happening? Very smart. Exactly the right thing to do. So what happened next?
Well, that many people there because it's kind of an early type. Actually, there weren't. You get your big crowd the first show, and sometimes I noticed that there's supper club second show. The first 2 times I played there, there wasn't even a second show.
Oh, you played there before?
Never even before.
Did he pay you?
Yes, the first time everything went twice. The second time, he broke his agreement with me. He did not pay me the cover charges. Well.
But you went back for a third time.
Well, I gave him another chance. You know, I'm a sucker that way.
A sucker who never backs down.
That's right. I'm kind of an all-day, not back down sucker.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Mr. Welton marched bars screaming profanity that he was not going on until he was introduced because he's very around the bar and he doesn't do things this way. Big star.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Harmonica virtuoso Danny Welton is suing restaurant owner Bernard for not paying for his performance.
You didn't pay him.
Correct.
You didn't pay him anything.
Not even a...
Correct? No, he gave you stale pizza, Mr. Welton.
A biscuit.
Mr. Jacoby, tell me why you didn't pay him at all.
The agreement was for 3 shows, like every entertainer. Once we had to reimburse the people that were there, and we had to turn away. Only did 1.
People for the second show.
For the second show.
For the cover charge.
That's correct.
Reimburse the people.
And we had to turn away all the people that were coming for the second and third show. We had to close the bar. We lost bar revenue, and we lost show revenue. In addition to that, his manager, that's his present, had a tab for $80. Here it is, and he signed it saying he was going to pay it. The following day, he never did come and pay it.
Well, that's not his problem. He is not his manager's key.
Presenting Mr. Weldon. And in leaving the property, we have neighbors here. He assaulted our maitre d'. We have the copy of the security witness police report here. And it doesn't
Who's the maitre d'?
I am.
And
what is your name?
Gerard Buck.
You have a complaint filed against this. Step up, sir. This gentleman for assault?
I did file a complaint, yes.
How did he assault you?
On the way.
Against this?
He elbowed me very hard and kicked me.
That is not true.
I then called out security, made a report, and then filed a complaint with the police. Made a report. We called the department.
Were you escorting him off forcefully?
No, the police. You can't go near him. I mean, you know, he's out of control. No,
Your Honor?
You are the manager?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
You drink a lot.
Pardon? If I may? No, that wasn't just for me. That was for other people in the audience.
Well, you drink a lot. Buying.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Why didn't you pay the bill?
Because he said he's not going to pay us. And I said, you can deduct it from what you owe us. Because he said...
Oh, was that what you said?
That's exactly what I said to him.
Oh, so you told him to deduct
$80 from the amount of money he owed
the
us.
$300...
Well, we had the 88... Your Honor, if I may explain.
Sure.
It's a 20 showroom with a large bar off to the right-hand side of the performance. A small and a large restaurant that opens up during the performances. Performers.
Just a second. What is your last name?
Edel, Your Honor. E-D-E-L-L.
Mr. Reed.
Your Honor.
Were you there when this incident occurred with this lady heckler?
Absolutely.
Edel. Well, didn't you tell Mr. Welton that he behaved totally inappropriately?
Absolutely. I don't believe he did behave inappropriately.
He did.
This man threatened him bodily.
No, he didn't threaten.
No, I don't.
Started,
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Edel, just pay attention to me,
Surely.
sir. Him until he's not a comedian.
Yes, I am.
He's a You are?
He's a stand-up comedian, Your Honor. So a comedian.
Listen to me.
Yes, sir, ma'am.
When you're performing, you're in somebody else's house. You, sir, are in his house. You're in some...
Ma'am.
He has invited guests into his house.
Yes, ma'am. A couple of drunken ones.
That's possible. You weren't playing, sir, in a church. You were playing in a bar, and somebody was behaving badly.
Excuse me.
Don't restaurant. Excuse me. I don't excuse you. Pay attention. Say you don't have to be a genius to figure this out. You just have to use a little common sense. If somebody is drunk in the audience, then what you do is sense by not to have that escalate into a dangerous situation. As you try for you, for the other patrons, for members of the band, dangerous. If a situation appears to be escalating, then you use good animation, not that male macho testosterone that judged about so much lately. You walk off the stage, I've heard, and you approach the owner or the manager, and you say, lady out there heckling me, I just taken a quick break. See what you can do about this lady. There's this, I can't continue to perform. You don't, sir. Because it's her boyfriend to step up to the mic so that you can do fisticuffs with him.
No, he invited himself up to the mic.
I know you said, come on up here.
Well.
You know, it's like Dumb and Dumber.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You're supposed to be in charge. You're
Sober
supposed
as a
to
judge.
exercise good judgment. And good judgment is not closing down the show because you invite to come up to the stage somebody who is probably drunk because he's with a drunk somebody, according to you.
Well, he charged the stage, so I said, come on, you know.
Lady, you know, Mr. Welton, you keep changing your story. I want to tell you something. You told me your story. You said, I don't from anything. He says, I'm going to come up there, and you said, come on. Dumb, back away. Your case is dismissed. That's all.
Why is our excuse? You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next, Judy.
Excuse me.
It was profane language.
Next judge.
And he wanted someone to go up and introduce him. He said, I'm a very big star and I don't go on. And
I'm never belligerent to an audience. I've been a professional entertainer. I've sold millions of records. I think Judge Judy jumped to conclusions on this, but that's okay. Millions of records. There's a God in heaven, and as sure as he's there, Bernard will get hit because days. Is one of these.
He threw me on the ground
And then he made a motion as to like hit me.
She had a showdown with her sister's boyfriend about missing furniture, and she wasn't feeling well.
I was trying to self-medicate myself with marijuana for the sleeping and the eating disorder.
I don't want you to get any more upset. Listen to me.
I'm not upset, Your Honor.
Okay.
I just was...
I'm getting upset.
Quiet in the courtroom, please. All rise. Sir. Your Honor, this is case number 459 on the calendar in the matter of Mortley versus Ford. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
All right, Miss Mortley, this is your sister,
Yes.
who you claim in your papers stole certain property from you when you were psychiatrically hospitalized.
Yes.
How many times have you been psychiatrically hospitalized?
3 times total.
And when?
Once in 1980.
How
when I
old
was
were you?
19. In 86, while going through a divorce, and then in July of 96.
And how long were you hospitalized in July of 96?
From July 18th to the 25th.
And do you know what your diagnosis, what your admitting diagnosis was on all 3 occasions?
The first 2 times I didn't know. I just know that I wasn't well. And but this last time, I was finally told what is called, the title of it. I have a depression-related disorder, and it's called bipolar.
And you take medication for that?
Yes.
What kind of medication do you take?
It's just a mood stabilizer, that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
It was explained to me that through therapy that I have triggers that are called stress-related triggers. If I'm suffering from anxiety, my brain does not produce a certain chemical that combats the anxiety. Neither your brain doesn't produce enough of it, or it's not producing it at all when you're having mood swings, a severe amount of mood swings. And mine are stress-related.
And you have kids? You have 2 children?
Yes. I actually have 3.
Where is the third? Well, 2 of them are with your sister?
Yes.
Where's the 3rd child?
The 3rd is with his dad.
And how old is that child?
He's 2.
Okay. Now, how many sisters do you have?
This is the only sister I have.
Who are you?
The mother.
I knew that.
Thank you.
Your claim is that your sister took some of your property. I assumed that that was in 1996.
Yes, when she took it, it was in 1996.
So tell me what property you believe she took from you in 1996, and tell me the circumstances.
Okay, when I was released from the hospital, I went to my sister's home because I knew I would no longer have an apartment. So I went straight to my sister's home. I resided there for 2 months. When I walked in the home, some of my furniture, I noticed some of my furniture was there. She didn't have any furniture. And my furniture was decorating her house, her living room and her dining room. And so I asked her at that time, I was going through one of my checkbooks that was in my purse, the immediate one, and I noticed a check that wasn't in my handwriting. And I asked her, well, what is this check? You know, did you make this check out? And she says, yes, I did. I actually made the check out so I could rent a U-Haul to remove the things from your apartment before the management got rid of it. I said, okay, and I left it at that.
So she rented the U-Haul, and how much was that check for?
It was approximately $100 and some odd dollars, I think $150. It was $150.
Okay. Now, what property do you think she still has of yours?
Honestly, I don't think she have it. I think her and her boyfriend pawned it.
What?
All of my electrical appliance. Computer, fax machine, printer, CD player, a voice-activated microphone, and then extensive damage to my furniture throughout the time that it was in her place.
So it's those things that you think your sister has, some of your electrical appliances.
Yeah.
And this check for $150 for the U-Haul.
Yes, and the damage to my furniture.
Ms. Ford?
Yes.
Let's deal with some, what I consider important issues first, because this issue is only money. Your papers indicate that you've been granted custody of your sister's children.
Yes.
When were you granted custody of your sister's
July
children?
17th, the day that they went to my mother's care July 17th. My mother called me and told Children's Services.
July of 1996?
96, July 17, 96.
Have you had a hearing after that with regard to custody of the children?
Yes, I do, and I have the paperwork here.
Can I see the paperwork, please?
I also have the paperwork. It states in there that the daughter did not answer the door. I did, which is a lie.
You understand that right now, these two children are really in technical foster care.
Right.
And your sister is the foster parent.
Right.
Slash aunt of the children.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So you are receiving support for the children through the state.
Correct.
Including all of my child support. And I have a son that's my son is mild cerebral palsy. She gets all of his Social Security, so she's really capitalizing off of my children.
Miss Mortley, listen to me. I can tell that there's a certain anger in your voice. The family court really has to be very careful. They've ordered several things. They've ordered visitation for the children. They've ordered random drug testing. Right. So I assume that there is some history of substance abuse in your past, which, you know, you sound like a really intelligent gal. So, you know, if you suffer from a chemical imbalance, which causes mood swings, which causes you to go into these really vast depressions.
I made a drastic mistake, Your Honor. After the first 2 times I got sick and my doctors wouldn't listen to me when I tell them...
You started to use...
I was trying to self-medicate myself with marijuana for the sleeping and the eating disorder, which...
Whatever.
That's the beginning symptoms of my illness.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
Miss Mortley, I don't want you to get any more upset. Listen to me.
I'm not upset.
And later today...
It was that when they came to us, it was either they were taken to the dog pound to be destroyed, or we were going to keep them.
Mom had told me that I had to take Sheba to the pound.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Trina Mortley says her sister, Tanya Ford, forged her check and took some of her possessions while Trina was in a psychiatric hospital.
Miss Mortley, listen to me. In the brief period of time that we have here, all I can tell you is it's very unfortunate that you have these 2 kids that have been bounced about. But right now, they're in one place. Do you visit with them?
She won't allow me in the home.
She's too irate. I can't handle. She gets irate, and I can't handle it. I have kids of my own.
Well, listen to me. The children have to see their mother.
Yeah, that's true, and I agree. And I made it neutral, and I made arrangements where I can even take them over to my mom. It can be neutral ground. There won't be no harassment. I don't want to create a scene in front of the kids.
Listen, I think that that's the most important issue that we're going to address today, because we're not going to be able to resolve the issue of your old computer or your CD. Do you have any of those items?
No. Honor, I don't have any of those items. Okay. And I thought I was being helpful by retrieving her stuff because they had a notice on her door. Her stuff was going to be padlocked within the next 2 to 3 weeks. And if I knew this was going to be such a big issue, I would have just left it. Her apartment was broken into, okay? The place was a wreck when we got there. Stuff was tossed. The apartment manager said she threw clothes, shoes, stuff out the window. It was holes in the wall, curtains, stuff. The place was just totally wrecked.
Well, your sister at that time,
I don't have any of things. She took her, matter of fact.
Your Honor, she's lying, Your Honor.
Okay, no, listen to me.
Yes, she is.
Listen to me.
You weren't even
The most
there.
important thing that you have to deal with, and I don't know whether we can deal with it today.
I have documentations to prove that she's lying, Your Honor.
Miss Mortley, the most important thing that you should be concentrating on right now, since you seem to be stable or stabilized, is maintaining contact with your children. But if because you are angry with your sister, which clearly you are, which hopefully you will not be maybe 6 months from now.
We've never had a sisterly relationship.
Okay.
Never.
So,
and
but
it
right
has
now
nothing to do with my illness,
But right
Your
now
Honor.
she's taking care of your children.
She's always taken advantage of me any way she can.
Ms. Mortley, listen to me very carefully, madam. I cannot make a determination whether in 1996 your sister took any of your property. My sense is, no, I have to listen. My sense is that she did not. It seems to me the most important thing that the 3 of you can do now,
I'm
Three
never
of you.
having a relationship with her, Your Honor. I can't believe how she's lying.
Listen to
and
me.
I had someone living with me who can testify the condition of my furniture, and I was allowed to visit her in her home, and my furniture was intact all the way until she banned me from her home in December of '97, and that's because her and her boyfriend have a serious gambling problem.
Oh, Lord.
My children...
Miss Mortley, I don't want you to get any more upset. Listen to me.
I'm not upset, Your Honor.
Okay.
I just was trying
I'm
to
getting
present my
upset.
case.
I'm getting upset.
I haven't had a chance to present any documents,
Listen
Your
to
Honor.
me. Miss Mortley, right now your sister has care and custody of your kids. It's important for you to try, and for your sister to try, and for your sister to try to reach, to put a period with regard to whatever has happened in the past, and to try to work towards having a normal relationship with her, because right now she is caring for your children. It's really important. It's probably the most important thing you're going to do. If you can't do that, I think everybody's going to suffer. You, your sister, your mother, and especially your two children. I'm dismissing your lawsuit. I'm dismissing your counterclaim. That's all.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
And now the next case.
Parties on Archambault versus Archambault. Step forward, please.
50-year-old claims administrator Jean Archambault is suing her brother-in-law, Jeff Archambault, 39, over a dog.
This is your brother,
Yes.
your brother-in-law.
That's correct.
Families fighting over a dog. I've read this complaint. Let me see if I understand it. You lived with your brother and his wife for a while. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, I did.
And when you were living there, you owned a dog.
Yes, I did.
What kind of a dog did you have?
Purebred chow.
They're cute. Fuzzy things.
Yes, he is.
And then you left your brother's house, and the dog was left there.
That's correct.
You say that he abandoned the dog.
I'm saying he gave us the dog.
Then he came back and picked it up.
That's correct.
So tell me, how long did you have this dog in your possession?
From June of 1996 till December of 97.
And you want to be compensated for the care that you gave the dog during that year-and-a-half period?
No.
Well, what do you want?
I want the dog returned. They told me I had to name a dollar figure when I filed.
That's correct.
On my thing, it just says I want the dog returned.
You understand that I can award you damages, but that I cannot order specific performance of this animal, the return of this animal. Why did you take the dog back, sir?
Well, in the year and a half that they had him by himself, he was chained to a tree the whole time. He was never allowed in the house. He was basically raised in the house.
How old was he?
He's 10 now.
And how long did you have him for, you yourself?
My mother gave him to me when he was 4 months old.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
There are only two brothers. You shouldn't let something like this interfere with that.
He causes it.
May cause it, but you're older. You're supposed to stop it.
Well, I just ignore him.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Jean Archambault is suing her brother-in-law, Jeff Archambault, over a dog.
How many dogs do you have?
I have 2 now. I have Bear and a little dachshund.
How many dogs do you have?
We have 2 also.
You have 2 other dogs?
2 other dogs.
What kind of dogs do you have?
Chows.
He had the dog for almost 10 years.
It was that when they came to us, it was either they were taken to the dog pound to be destroyed, or we were going to keep them. I begged them not to take them to the pound to be destroyed. They were good dogs. They're still good dogs.
Who was going to have them destroyed?
He said his mother and him were going to take them to the pound.
What do you mean take them?
Take Sheba and Bear. I have his mother's dog still with us, and one of his cats that he left there. Still.
Did you ever say that the dog was going to have to go to the pound, sir?
Not Bear.
Which one?
Sheba. Mom had told me that I had to take Sheba to the pound.
Why?
Because she couldn't take her to my sister's.
How much did you spend on this dog for the year that you had this dog?
We have receipts. We have something from the dog groomer where we take the dogs to the groomers. We have bought dog food, and he did come to us in the garage and say that we could either keep the dogs or they would be destroyed. And
Do you think he's taking good care of the dog?
I have no doubt, truthfully, that he is.
What do you have pictures of?
I have pictures of the dogs.
I'd just like to see a picture of Bear.
We don't have a picture of Bear right there.
You have one?
We have pictures
Yes, I
of the
do,
dogs.
Judge. I have several pictures of Bear.
Pick your best one.
That's kind of hard. How about best two?
Okay. Did you two brothers get along before this incident?
Off and on. Off and on. We've had our words with each other. We're family, guaranteed.
Okay. I want you to do me a favor. Sit down for a second. What's your first name?
Dennis.
Dennis. Younger brother?
Yes.
How much younger?
11 years.
How many brothers are there altogether?
Just two of us.
Before this incident happened with the dog, were you talking to your brother?
Yes.
Reasonable relationship?
Yes.
Did this come between the two of you?
Yes.
I don't want to come in between you and your wife.
I understand.
He feels as if this is his dog. Now, he may not have done the right thing for a year and a half, but bottom line is you have two other chows.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
And he had this one for 10 years. And it's not worth a family. It's not.
Well.
It's not worth a family. And maybe he didn't do the right thing all the time. I have a feeling that's probably true, that he probably didn't. But certainly, a 10-year-old dog isn't worth breaking up two brothers over. Would you say that that's true?
That's true.
And your first name is?
Jeff.
Jeff. You left this dog with them for a year and a half, right?
Yes, I did.
So it seems to me that you have to compensate your brother in dollars for taking care of your dog for that year and a half. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Good.
That's fair.
Good. All right, well, we're getting someplace. So how much do you think it costs to feed this chow, to groom the chow for a year and a half, to take care of all the expenses of a dog for a year and a half?
It's $500 maybe is what it would have cost at the most.
Okay. I want to tell you something. I think that that's reasonable.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
They have two dogs. Now you have one. It was your dog for 9 years, and it seems to me this matter has to be resolved. And if I were to say to you, you must return the dog to your brother and to his wife, I would forever rip apart this family, which sounds to me to be stupid, over a 10-year-old dog.
Yeah,
So, listen to me. So I am awarding you $500 for the care of the dog. Be happy. You're keeping your dog. It's going to cost you $500 for dog sitting for a year and a half. There are only two brothers. If there are only two brothers, you shouldn't let something like this interfere with that.
He causes it. He causes it.
May cause it, but you're older. You're supposed to stop it.
Well, I just ignore him.
Well,
just like I've ignored the money you borrowed from me too,
he's your
Dennis.
brother.
That's right.
I'm not a liar and a
He's your
cheat.
brother. Forget it.
That's right.
All right? You think you can do that?
No, Your Honor, I can't forget what Dennis has done to me in my past. I can't.
That's sad. That's really sad.
No.
I mean,
it is sad.
You lived with him for a while? With your mother?
Well, no. My mother supported him for a while.
Oh, really?
Oh, listen, there's too much to this case.
Yeah, there is.
There is really too much to this case. You have your dog. It's going to cost you $500. If you can't get together as a family, that's sad. That's it. That's all.
All is excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
because of what she said to them, I'll never have my family back.
They had both been exotic dancers, but one roommate told the other roommate's parents, "Your daughter's got a secret."
It was very disrespectful. Because of the night that she decided to go and tell them about my past work experience, they won't talk to me.
Your Honor, this is case number 465 on the calendar in the matter of Norris versus Derima. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Miss Norris, how long did you know the defendant before you invited her into your home?
I knew her approximately 2 years, but we had lost contact for an entire year.
There came a time, according to your complaint, that the defendant was having some difficulty and left her family's home and moved into your home.
Correct.
And you say she was there for about 4 months?
About 3 months.
And that she left owing you some money?
Yes.
What was the rental agreement that you had with her?
It was $100 a month for rent. At a common courtesy, I expected a month in notice, 1/3 utilities, help out with groceries, which she did. She paid for utilities in October, but she still owes for November and part of December.
Okay. And according to these papers, she moved out on December 12th.
Correct.
So you want her to pay the whole month of December?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what else does she owe you for?
She owes $70 for late fee. We gave her the opportunity to pay the rent, and it never came. So I figured $10 a day, and then I decided to take it to court.
$10 a day? For late fees?
7 days. And then I decided to take it to court. I had already given her 2 weeks.
It doesn't seem like an awful lot of money that you're suing for, $294. So there must be another reason why you're bringing this lawsuit, because you had to take time away from whatever else you do. I assume you work?
Mm-hmm. Part-time.
Who is this?
This is my husband. He's also my witness.
And I assume he works?
Yes.
So you took time off from whatever business you had to do, so there must be something more to this than $294.
No, we just took her in. She was pregnant. Basically would have given her the shirts off our back, and she stabbed us in the back.
So, I'm listening.
My side of the story. Well, I had known Dania. It's true that I'd known her for 2 years. And I was telling her about my situation. I told her I was pregnant, and I said, you know, I just know that my family's going to kick me out. I know that my boyfriend's going to bail on me, and I think that I should have an abortion. And she said, no, we want you to keep it, and to do that, we're willing to help you out. We want you to stay with us. We're going to give you encouragement, and all we ask for is that you pay $50 for groceries. And so I did, to my best ability, fulfill that. And they were constantly fighting all the time. After I lost my baby, they started asking for $100 rent. You know, as if losing my baby and my family and the boyfriend wasn't enough. You know, can we get $100 out of you because we spent too much on our credit cards? And I just got fed up with it because the bills kept coming.
But you did pay her $100 at least twice for rent.
Because she said she didn't have food to feed her baby.
No. That means if you didn't have food to feed the baby, then maybe you give her $20. So clearly, based upon what she's saying, you did have some arrangement with her to give her rent. Were you working?
I was.
Well, if you were working when you moved in with her and her husband, then you should pay rent, right?
Right.
Of course.
I have a paper here. This is Krista's handwriting. She even has written on it, rent utilities, $153. Looks like a monthly thing to me.
Well, let me take a look. Let me ask you this question. What did you write up this little sheet of paper for, to see what your expenses were?
Indeed.
Indeed. All state insurance, $153. What is that for?
Auto insurance.
For a?
Car.
That belongs to you?
Yes.
Okay, so you have a car. What kind of car do you have?
Ford Probe.
And you pay $153 a month so that you can drive the car?
Yes.
And Colorado National Bank, $3,000. What was that for?
It was a leftover expense from my fiance and I's bank account.
Mm-hmm. You have a credit union payment?
Mm-hmm.
$2,000. Payment is $163. What kind of work do you do?
I work for Allstate Insurance.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you worked for them?
I've worked for them for 4 months.
And prior to that, who were you working for?
I was working for Home Depot.
In what capacity?
I was a cashier.
Okay. So you built up a lot of debt here.
Indeed.
Indeed you did. One of the debts you had, madam, was to pay rent. Because you drive a car, you pay insurance, you buy clothes. According to this, you buy a lot of other stuff. And you even list here what your bills are, $153 rent and utilities. Right? So how can you say you didn't have an agreement with her to pay rent?
I didn't have a written agreement. I never had a key to the house. My things were never secured.
Look, you weren't a prisoner there, were you?
No.
So if you didn't like the accommodations, you pick yourself up, you pack up your little suitcase, and you leave.
I had nowhere to go.
That's not her fault, that's your fault.
It's true.
Come on. You had a verbal agreement that you would pay her $100 a month, you didn't pay it.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I was in the process of redeveloping a relationship with my family, and because of what she said to them, they won't talk to me anymore. I live across the street, they don't even wave.
And later today,
next thing I hear this verbiage, "Here I come, Herbert." He swung around with his fist and hit me in the right eye, and there was blood everywhere, and I couldn't see out of my right eye.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Dania Norris is suing former roommate Krista DeReamer for running out on the rent. Krista says Dania slandered her by telling her parents she was a topless dancer.
Look, what you are suggesting as far as late fees, I think is excessive.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
I also have some pictures, if you'd like to take a look at them.
Yeah.
One of them is probably not appropriate. Used condoms that were left between the mattresses and the wall.
She left the place a mess. Is what you're saying she left the place a mess? I don't have to see the pictures. Now, these things that you are suing her for, a piece of the power and light, a piece of the phone, piece of the trash, piece of the water, cleanup fee. How much did you pay to clean up the place?
We didn't clean anything, but I figured our time and effort to throw away the trash and the dead flowers is worth $10. It was very disrespectful.
She was disrespectful. Now, we don't come up to a lot of money here. I'm going to address myself to your countersuit, which, at least on paper, looks like nonsense. You're countersuing for $1,200. In 3 minutes or less, tell me why.
The reason being is because I was in the process of redeveloping a relationship with my family, and because of the night that she decided to go and tell them that about my past work experience, that they won't talk to me anymore. I live across the street, they don't even wave. My father had agreed to pay for my medical expenses for a year so that I could get back on my feet after my miscarriage. And because of what she said to them, I'll never have my family back, and I feel that the least I should get is my health.
Where's your father?
In Colorado.
Well, let me explain something to you. You are asking me to assume that if she said anything to your father, it's because of that, in his mind, that he's not talking to you.
That's right.
Well, I can't do that. No court's going to do that. It's ridiculous. So your counterclaim is dismissed, and I'm giving you a judgment for $114. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Thank
you. Yeah. At the back, go to your right.
We went over to her parents' house to see if they were willing to bail her out of trouble again, and they said that she's been lying to them ever since they can remember.
I would say that they're small-town people that think small.
And now the next case.
Parties on Herbert versus Ryan. Step forward, please.
58-year-old salesman Greg Herbert claims roommate 39-year-old marketing rep Chris Ryan assaulted him, causing severe eye injury.
Now, are you neighbors? Is that what I understand this to be?
We were living in the same house, Your Honor.
In the same house?
Same house.
Not an apartment house, a private house?
It's a cottage, a 3-bedroom house.
And how long had you been living there together?
I had been there over a year. He had been there 4 or 5 months, Your Honor.
According to your complaint, he assaulted you?
Yes, Your Honor.
When?
On the evening of December the 5th, 1997.
And tell me the circumstances surrounding the assault, sir.
I was on the telephone this one evening about 5 in the afternoon, and I heard a lot of noise out in the front of the house, barking like a dog, and general commotion. I went out the front door, and Mr. Ryan was sitting in a chair right outside the front door with one of the neighbor's kids, and he was making a lot of noise and barking. So I said, please, you keep the noise down. I'm on the phone to San Francisco. I can't hear. I went back to my room. The noise continued. I went out, it said the same thing a second time. Went back, third time, same thing. No abatement of noise, no apologies or anything. The fourth time, I went out, closed the door, I locked the door, went back into my room, got back on the phone. A couple of minutes later, I heard the screen being torn out of my window, which is, my desk is facing the wall, my back is to the window. The drape is closed over the window. Next thing I hear this verbiage, "Here I come, Herbert." He vaulted into the room onto my bed. My bed is right underneath the window. I got up from my chair, starting to get a little fearful, went through the door. He swung around with his fists and hit me in the right eye. He was on my left. I was just reaching towards the door. All of a sudden, there was blood everywhere. And just to show you, Your Honor, this is my shirt that I was wearing at the time. These are my jeans that I was wearing. They have been washed once, but there are still blood stains visible. I have a cordless phone on my desk. I reached around, picked up the phone to dial 911. He grabbed hold of me, pulled me down, grabbed the phone out of my hand. So I immediately just got up, went into the bathroom. There was blood everywhere, and I couldn't see out of my right eye. I went over the sink. There was blood coming down to the sink, picked up a towel. He came into the room beside me and said, "Why did you get in my face?" So I said, well, I'm blind in one eye. I'm going to hospital.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You're not living together, are you? Did you move out?
He moved out at the end of the month.
He moved out.
December, yeah.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Greg Herbert is suing Chris Ryan for punching him in the eye.
Okay, Mr. Ryan. Let me hear you, sir.
On the day that we're talking about, I was on the porch, and I did have one of the neighbor kids over, and he was singing, and that's what Mr. Herbert came out, not any dog barking. Mr. Herbert came out the door, yelling at the top of his voice, telling us to quiet down. We're disturbing his peace and quiet in the bedroom. Went back in his room. Oh, first he told me he was going to kick my butt. Then he went back in the house and locked the door. He didn't come out 3 or 4 times. He came out once. I tried to get in the house. The door was locked. I tried all the other doors. They were locked too. I worked my way around to the back of the house where Mr. Herbert's window was. When I got to the window, I believe I surprised him. I have known Mr. Herbert for about 10 years and known Mr. Herbert to be extremely paranoid. I believe that when I caught Mr. Herbert off surprise, his paranoia and his hyperactivity, he lunged up to close the bedroom window, and he has a futon bed directly behind his desk. That's when he slipped and fell into the window. I, not knowing what was happening, put my hands up, and that's when I think his face hit the screen, which hit my hand, popping the screen off, cutting his eye. That's when he dialed, apparently, 911, walked out of the room, and that's when I came in the house, the only entrance I had. I didn't know what he was going to do. And that's what happened. And the police came. They took a police report. There were no arrests made. Loss of wages. The guy sells surfboards. How could he lose any wages? I didn't touch the gentleman. And that's what happened.
All right. Now, is this a one-story house?
It's a one-story house.
And how many windows are there in the house?
Approximately 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So the only window that was available to you to go in was the window in his room.
I tell you, the reason why that is because the other gentleman there, Mr. Warner, who was our landlord, he's extremely paranoid too, and he wouldn't let me leave. wouldn't let me leave the house without having all the windows locked, wouldn't let me leave my room without locking all the windows. Mr. Herbert was the kind of...
So what you're telling me is of the 10 or 12 windows, which I assume you tried, Mr. Ryan, correct, before you went into his window?
Well, yes, I did.
You tried all of the other 9 or 10 or 12 windows before you found that the only possible way of getting into the house was to enter through his bedroom window. Is that correct?
It was not to enter through his window. It was to get to his window and attempt to get him to open the front door for me. But again, because I...
But you wound up, sir, in his room.
I wound up in his room after...
You wound up in his room?
Yes, I did.
Did he pull you into his room?
No, he didn't.
Well, did some force greater than both of you force you into his room?
There's no force. I told you after Mr. Herbert walked out of his bedroom, me not knowing what his next move was, I came in through the window to get back into the house.
Now, how high up was the window?
Shoulder height, I would say.
So you had to sort of lift yourself up. It's not a walk-in window.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me understand this. Because of the landlord, you're the landlord?
No, I'm the original tenant.
Okay, because of this gentleman and his paranoia, all of the other 12 windows on the first level were bolted. So the only place that you could go was to his window. And you never entered into the room until after he somehow fell on the screen, which caught in somehow contact with your hand.
He didn't actually fall on the screen.
Which somehow hit his eye.
Well, it kind of sounds like you're kind of putting words into my mouth, Your Honor.
Listen, sir, I couldn't understand, quite frankly, your explanation.
I just told you, he jumped up.
He jumped up.
He slipped on the bed, apparently, behind him, lunging to get the window closed, apparently, because of his paranoia.
What do you mean closed? Was his window open?
Oh, yeah, the window was open. His bedroom window was open.
And no screen in it?
No, it did have a screen on it.
So
the
what
screen popped off after he fell into it. Bonk. Screen pops off.
It popped off outside or inside?
Outside.
It popped off outside, and somehow when it popped off, he cut his eye?
I think when he fell from slipping on the bed into the screen. Look at the shape the gentleman's in.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
It's my job to try to evaluate the evidence that's presented before me, what sounds as if it's common sense, logical, and what sounds as if it's a crock of baloney. On that side, we have a crock of baloney. Flying screens, slippage, bolted windows. Now, Mr. Herbert, I will tell you now, sir, that I don't excuse you for locking the door. I mean, you know, he's supposed to have access to the house, so that what you did was wrong to lock the door. But I don't think that that in any way contributed to what happened to you, because Mr. Ryan, if he were acting in a normal, adult fashion, could have either called the landlord, called the police, and say, I've been locked out of my house. The response is not to come flying into your bedroom window and socking you in the eye. That is not a normal, adult, reasonable response. So while it was not the right thing to do, to lock the front door, you're not living together, are you? Did you move out?
He moved out at the end of the month.
He moved out.
In December, yeah.
For everyone, I'm sure, Mr. Ryan. Mr. Herbert, you are suing the defendant for $5,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Based upon the... Based upon what I've seen here, you're entitled to your $5,000.
Thank you,
You want to do anything else? You want to do anything else?
Do I look like I'm feeling bad?
And $50 court costs. Thank you.
Excuse, you may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
I should have pressed Dorkinal charges, because he's a big dork.
One time, I had to pretend that I was somebody else so that he would call me back.
When the love was gone, money raised its ugly head.
That always happens when somebody owes you
Yeah.
money. It doesn't happen when you owe somebody money.
Right.
But it always happens, especially when the luster of love has worn off, right?
Yes.
I sort of like that word, luster of. I assume from your complaint that you had a 3.5-year sort of live-in relationship where you were together. Is that right?
About a year and a half, actually. We had a long-distance relationship for 10 months before that, and then lived together for almost about 2 years.
Okay. And now you are no longer together. You say he owes you money.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take these things one item at a time, because that's a more organized way of doing business. Damage to my car, $477.18.
Mm-hmm.
So how did that come about?
I can show you this.
No, tell me.
Okay. I guess I was out of town, and we had a driveway in which my car was parked at the top. I guess either he was on a job or I'm not sure exactly
I
what.
backed into her car.
And
You backed into a car?
Yeah, basically backed into the car and damaged the back end.
Okay. Did you have it fixed right away?
No.
Why?
Because I was trying to get the money from Aaron.
Well, how long did you live together afterwards, after this damage to the car?
Probably another 6 months, maybe.
Now, you can't tell me that during that 6-month period you were trying to get the money from him to fix it.
Yes.
No.
What do you mean, yes?
Yes, I had asked him to please pay for the damages. I was still able to drive my car, considering the damage was in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's damage that, yes, is kind of expensive, but it's not something that...
It's cosmetic.
It's cosmetic, basically.
So
it's a
how
dent.
much after you broke up did you decide to fix the car?
I didn't fix the car. It's still dented.
Gym membership, $713.12. And this is for a gym membership that you shared and I paid off.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
We had decided to get a gym membership at Bally's together. I had put it through my bank. So what happens is every month they would take the funds out of my bank account. Of course, when we broke up, the funds were still coming out of my bank account, and I ended up paying off $1,400, half of which is $713.12.
How long did you use the gym membership after you split up?
I went a few times myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never used the membership, and just when we did it, it was a better deal for us both to do it. And
Well, what was the difference? Do you know?
Oh.
Between a single membership and a double membership?
No.
I don't know. And it was something I used it once when we first got it.
Well, the
and
question is, sir, did you obligate her to pay this gym membership because you intended to use it?
I didn't. It was something she wanted to do. You know, she wanted the membership, and
So you just went along for the ride?
well, I thought there was much. You know, as far as the cost of it, I thought it was something we would both cover over.
So did you
time
pay
and-
for any of it?
Oh yeah.
How much
Yeah.
did you pay?
I never kept exact track, but probably, you know, over the period of a year, probably $200-300.
And how did you make those payments to her?
Just gave her money here and there.
For the gym?
Well, I gave her money for mini bills that.
For the gym?
No, not specifically for the gym. Not that I can say. All the payments I had given her were larger sums that were.
For what?
For utility bills and gym payments and things like that. So, all in one payment, every month.
Well, let me see. Checks for these large sums of money. You return checks for large sums of money.
I'm basically just pinpointing these items as what I'm suing for. Those canceled checks have nothing to do with these items.
What do they have to do with?
They have to do with other items that...
I disagree with that. Those canceled checks go to a list here that Vanessa had faxed me that I can show the judge also. And those canceled checks correspond with those payments on that and with this, actually. I'd gone down that list and marked off what I felt were fair and reasonable things that she should be paid back for.
And on the second sheet,
Well, how much, sir, do you think is fair and reasonable for her to be paid back?
Yeah. Well, on the
No, is it not a number?
Sorry.
Give me a number.
About $2,800.
And how much have you paid her?
$2,800.
You've paid her $2,800. Does that cover the gym?
Specifically, no, it doesn't cover the gym specifically.
All right. Does that cover the damage to her car?
No, because I've never gotten a total on that.
Can I see the estimate for the damage on your car, please?
Okay.
Just give me the estimate, not a tone. You have a deductible on your insurance?
Yes.
What's your deductible?
I think it's $500.
What do you mean you think?
I'm not sure.
Well, how can I do this if I don't know what your deductible is?
I'm pretty sure it's $500, but I'm not sure.
I still don't understand why it took you so long to even think about fixing the car. Let me see the dent to the back of the car.
It's on the back of that picture. It was something that could have waited. It wasn't something that...
It sure can. It's just like a little kiss.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I had called him, I had paged him. He wouldn't return my pages.
That always happens when somebody owes you money.
Yes.
Especially when the luster of love has worn off.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And later today,
Kids do that when they're in elementary school. They go around and tear each other's posters off.
understand that.
You understand that? You're supposed
Yes,
to be
ma'am.
more adult as you get older.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. After Vanessa DeVargas and Aaron Latham broke up, she says he refused to pay his share of bills and damaged her car.
All right, let's go to the next thing then. Next thing is a credit card that I started for him in my name, $455.09. What's this credit card, sir? Do you know?
Yeah, and I have also paid her back for that.
You have?
Yeah, in that $2,800.
Well, did you use that credit card at all?
No.
Do you have the last statement from the credit card?
Yes.
Can I see it, please?
I made several payments. I didn't make one lump sum. But that was the last payment in which I paid off the credit card.
This says that there was a previous balance of $37. How am I supposed to tell whose expenses these are?
In the checks there and in the breakdown of what she says I owed her versus what I've paid her, it kind of shows it. I know it's kind of complicated, but...
It is very complicated. I wish you young people who decide to set up housekeeping didn't exchange credit cards. Really very stupid.
I agree.
Never do it again.
Yeah. That's what everybody says. You don't have checks here, sir.
I'm sorry?
You showed me these bills, sir, these checks that you say should total $2,800. They don't even total $1,000.
I don't believe I have all $2,800 worth of checks here because I didn't start to get my checks sent back to me until after this started. I just have to go by what she deducted off the balance, and it shows payments. She dated them on her.
How much did you receive from him in total?
I don't know.
Listen, I can't figure this whole thing out. Nobody can figure this whole thing out. Probably even not an accountant can figure this whole thing out. One thing I do know for sure is that you owe her half of the gym membership. Now, the entire membership was $1,400 and change, so you owe her $700 for the gym membership. That I know for sure. Madam, I'm allowing you $300 for the repair of your car.
Okay, thank you.
Fix this little
Can I also
ting
add...
in the back of the car. And I'm giving you $700 for the gym payment because I think that you obligated yourself to pay for this gym. The fact that he didn't use it, that's his problem. He was there, he thought it was a good deal, he's got to pay for part of it, and he can't establish to my satisfaction that he's ever paid any part of that. You wanted to say something else?
I wanted to add that I had tried to, after I had broken up with Aaron and had moved out, I had tried numerous times to make arrangements to meet with him. I had called him, I had paged him. He wouldn't return my pages. One time, I had to pretend that I was somebody else so that he would call me back, and he did. So this is why this has gone on for so long, because I have never been able to reach him or find him or get him to call me back. And because of this...
That always happens when somebody owes you money.
Yes.
Especially when the luster of love has worn off.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I sort of like that word, luster of love.
I'll write that down.
So that is why this has been drawn out for so long, and I took it to court.
Put a period. Move on with it.
Okay.
I'm giving her a judgment for $1,000. Fix the dinghy on your car. Help you pay for the gym membership that you probably paid off. Do me a favor. You get another boyfriend? Keep your credit cards under lock and key.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
All right. That's all.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Get your paperwork.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
And now the next case.
Parties on Buffa versus Paz Martinez. Step forward, please.
40-year-old student Charles Buffer says fellow student Karen Paz, 25, tore down his campaign posters at Los Angeles City College and ruined his chances of becoming student vice president.
Which one of you is Miss Martinez?
I am.
Mr. Buffer, you were running for the office of vice president, according to your papers, of a school organization, and Miss Martinez was your adversary.
Yes, Your Honor.
Was this college?
Yes, Your Honor.
Which school?
LACC, LA City College. Yes, Your Honor.
And according to your complaint, Miss Martinez and/or Miss Paz took down 6 of your posters.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you are suing them for $72, which is the cost of the posters, and you also lost the election.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. How do you know that they took down the posters?
Okay, Your Honor, first of all, number one is that I found the poster. Let me bring this up to you. I found the poster in the location of where this lady was. Number two is they admitted it to me the next day.
All right, tell me about the admission.
And I, with the election chair commission lady who's here with me today, will testify that they admitted that she tore down the posters.
Who tore down the posters?
Miss Karen Paz over here.
Did you tear down the posters?
No, not all.
Not all?
No.
Did you take down some?
2.
Order.
You took down some?
2, yeah.
Why?
That was my mistake.
Your Honor?
Yeah.
Also, too, I'd like to bring up, too, that she also signed an affidavit saying she did do this, okay?
Well, let me see the affidavit.
Okay, I'd have to come up to you or have him bring it to you. You see, Your Honor, it isn't about money here. It's about principle. He destroyed something to me in hopes of not getting me elected to try to hamper me from getting elected is what this girl did.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I plan on pursuing something honest where you don't have to use deceit and trickery to win an election. By tearing up stuff, that is not right.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 40-year-old student Charles Buffa says fellow student Karen Paz, 25, tore down his campaign posters at Los Angeles City College and ruined his chances of becoming student vice president.
Well, why are you suing Miss Martinez?
Because Miss Martinez was the one that I was running against, Your Honor.
But why are you suing her?
And because when we went in that day and confronted her with the election committee lady.
Confronted whom?
Well, we confronted Miss Paz in the office, okay? She admitted that, well, she said, well, she told me to do it, and then you yelled at me and said, well, they weren't stamped. So that gave you the authority and the orders to give her to tear up my posters because you wanted so bad to get elected, Your Honor. That's what happened. And that day, she admitted it to me and to the other lady sitting here on her orders that's why that was done.
Who admitted it? Miss Martinez?
Miss Paz.
I'm not talking about Miss Paz. Miss Paz has already admitted she took down a couple of posters.
And then when I said...
I'm talking about Miss Martinez.
Yeah, yes,
she's guilty.
Yes, Your Honor. Then when I said to Miss Martinez, I said, well, why did you tell her to do that? Well, Mr. Buffett, your posters aren't stamped. I don't blankly give a damn.
Miss Martinez, Did you say to Mr. Buffer your posters aren't stamped?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Put that down,
Okay.
sir. I don't need visual aids. Pass visual aids. Stop getting so excited, sir. This is
I know.
not an election for state senator or president of the United
I
States.
agree.
I know that you're emotional.
Well, you know, it's the principle.
I know it's principle. I know. Kids do that when they're in elementary school. They go around and tear each other's posters off.
understand that.
You understand that? You're supposed
Yes,
to be
ma'am.
more adult as you get older.
That's correct.
Miss Martinez,
Yes, ma'am.
did you ever tell Miss
No. No, Your
Paz
Honor.
to take down his posters because they weren't stamped?
No, Your Honor. There's no reason why I should do it.
Okay. Do you have information with regard to that?
Yes, I do,
Step
Your
up here
Honor.
and tell me who you are.
My name is Felice Dooley, and I was chairperson of the election.
Did you ever speak to Miss Martinez with regard to these posters?
Yes, I did. I spoke with Ms. Martinez, and Ms. Paz confronted them. I asked Ms. Paz if she took down the posters, and she admitted she took down the posters. And after words of exchange, explicitives that she shouted at me or what have you, she was extremely belligerent.
You're not following me. I asked you a direct question. My direct question to you was, what information do you have that Miss Martinez had a conspiracy with Miss Paz to take down these posters? She's guilty. I tell you what, to make it easier, you sit down.
Ms. Martinez told me that she was aware that Karen Paz took down the posters.
Being aware doesn't make her guilty in the eyes of the law.
No, she did not tell me that she directed Ms. Paz
to take them down. Do you have any, Mr. Buffer?
Yes.
How old are you, by the way, sir?
Too old.
No, I'm too old. How old are you?
40.
Okay.
I'd say I tell you I was 21, but I know you won't believe it.
I certainly wouldn't. I tell people I'm 21 all the time. They don't believe me.
Your Honor, it's the thing of it is that what motive would this girl have to do it? She knew she was running against me. That's why she did it.
Mr. Buffer,
what motive do I have?
You're 40 years old, so you
Right,
should have a
correct.
certain amount of life's experience, including
do.
life's experience. You also have experience watching a lot of television, being inside of courts, right?
Yeah, that's
Your
correct.
feelings are not particularly relevant. The fact that somebody had an opportunity or inclination doesn't necessarily make them guilty. You have to have proof that they're guilty before a
understand
court
that, yeah.
finds them guilty.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Do you have any proof against Miss Martinez that she either instructed or directed anyone else to remove your posters?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Well,
Your
let
Honor.
me hear it.
Okay. Well, the day we went in that day into that office, when I asked her, why did you tell her to take down the posters, her reply to me was, well, your posters weren't stamped, so I told her to take them down. She had every right to do so. That's what she said
I did
to
not
me.
tell him.
I don't believe that.
No,
Mr.
I
Buffer?
didn't.
That's what you did.
Mr. Buffer,
That's correct.
listen to me.
I'm listening.
I don't believe she said that to you.
Well, she
I
did.
have no need to
No.
do it. Why would I do
No, I don't
something
believe
like
she
uh,
that?
said those words to you, sir.
That's exactly well. I say she did say that words to me.
Did she say to you, were they stamped?
No, she said your posters weren't stamped. I gave her the authority to take them down because they weren't stamped.
No, I did
and
not
that's
say
why I
that.
said they are stamped. Here they are.
I did not
No,
say that.
I don't believe that. But you are entitled to a judgment, sir. You are entitled to a judgment against the person who has been proven guilty in this court, and that is Miss Paz.
That is correct.
Well, so it cost you, according to you, $72 for these posters. That's the amount of money that you're suing for. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm
I'm going to give you a judgment for that, sir, in the amount of $72 against Miss Paz.
Well, I really appreciate that, Your Honor.
That's what you have. Thank
but
you.
You
I'm
know
glad
what?
you
It's
appreciate it.
principle. That's what it is. Not the money. It's principle.
What is my principle?
Parties are excused and they step out.
Thank you.
Judge Judy
Thank you, Your Honor.
continues in a moment.
Thank you.
And on the next Judge Judy.
And I plan on pursuing something honest where you don't have to use deceit and trickery to win an election. By tearing up stuff, that is not right.
She is a friend.
Oh, a friend. I love that. A friend. I love that, you guys. That's so cool. She's a friend, so help her tear the posters down to get her election. You got to be honest. You're not going to win an election being dishonest. You're going to get caught sooner or later. And it came down on her. And that's it. She lost. And I feel good about it. I'm happy today in court. I couldn't be better.
You bailed him out of jail 4 times.
When he didn't show up at court, his girlfriend lost the bail money.
I put a TV in her room. I bought her a VCR. I bought her numerous of clothes, shoes, and everything.
Anderson, pay the money, sir. buying her a VCR and a television set and a couple of pairs of shoes doesn't wash.
Says she bailed out her former boyfriend, 26-year-old Camise Anderson, and he didn't pay her back.
Order, all rise. Now, this is case number 393 on the calendar in the matter of Calloway versus Anderson. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Ex-boyfriend,
Yes, Your Honor.
who you say owes you money because you bailed him out of jail.
Yes.
When was this? How many years ago?
Oh no, it was in August.
And how much did this cost you?
$1,300.
Do you have a receipt for that from the bail bondsman?
Yes, I do.
How long had you been going out with him?
Okay, in the end, it was about 4.5 months.
So how long did you know him before you bailed him out?
3, I believe.
3 months. Tell me about this night that you got arrested. It was during the night?
Yeah, it's 3 in the morning. I just dropped Lori off at her house, and at the time I was driving my truck through Richmond Heights, Missouri, and they flagged me because my plates weren't registered to the truck at the time.
How'd that happen?
They just ran my plates.
No.
Oh, okay.
How did it happen that you had the wrong plates on your truck?
I had just traded in my Grand Prix and just had the truck for about a good week or so.
Uh-huh.
And they ran my plates. It was 3 in the morning, and they ran my plates and they flagged me, and that's when they got the warrants on me.
Well, they flagged you down. Your plates didn't have warrants on them, right?
Right, but
you
I
did.
did, right.
You did. So they said license and registration.
Right.
And when they looked at your license, bingo. Now, how many warrants did you have, Mr. Anderson?
I had 14.
14 warrants.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't like to go to court, sir?
No, it was just at the time I didn't take care of them.
What kind of warrants were they?
Traffic.
All traffic.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. So it's 3 o'clock in the morning in Missouri, and they haul you into jail,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And what do? You're entitled to 1 phone call. Who do you call?
First person I called was my grandmother. She had a 3-way.
And your grandmother
Okay.
said no.
I knew my grandmother didn't have the money. First person I called was Mahisha Vance. I called her first because...
Who is she?
That is my girlfriend.
Was she your girlfriend at the time?
No, we had separated and I started dating her, but I was still talking to her at the time.
So you called her first?
Yes, ma'am. I called her for the simple fact I had a paid lawyer at the time. And I called then, after that, I called Lori Calloway, but no one answered. So I called my mother. I told my mother to go get my truck. Therefore, she had went over to Lori's house and picked her up. And from what my mother was telling me, that they told Lori that
No.
basically.
Don't tell me what your mother says.
Okay.
They told
Anyway.
Lori. Did you speak to Miss Calloway?
No, I didn't speak to Miss Calloway. I spoke to my mother. My mother went and got Miss Calloway. Miss Calloway got my truck. Then, therefore, I told her at the time I spoke to Lori when I called her house and asked her, did she have my truck? I had gotten
So you
another phone
did
call.
speak to Miss Calloway?
After I got to another municipality.
So you're on this bus going from one place to another to satisfy all these warrants?
Yes.
And you did, in fact, at one of those locations, call the plaintiff?
Yes, I did.
Now let's talk about the bail.
I spoke to Miss Calloway, and I told her at the time I had a paid lawyer. Yes.
What did you tell her you had to pay a lawyer for?
I had a paid lawyer I was going to get out. She decided she wanted to get me out before she go back to school so she could see me.
Shh. You had to pay a lawyer.
I had a paid lawyer.
You had a paid lawyer.
Plus, I had $375 in my property. Okay. And that she told me she bailed me out of all those counts. She only bailed me out of 3 counties because I had money in my property when I got locked up.
What do you mean money in your property?
I had money. When they locked me up, I had $375 in my property.
In your pocket, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, so you had $375 with you.
Yes.
But you needed another $1,300 to get out of jail.
13, it would have been like 900 or so with that.
Oh.
Because When I went to the county, when I went to Richmond Heights held me. I went to Wellston. I had $375 in my property because Richmond Heights didn't hold me.
Ms. Calloway, relax, relax.
Richmond Heights didn't hold me for a bond. They just held me for the other counties. Okay.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
She spent $1,300 to get you out of jail. Now, I read something in here that you didn't show up when she got you out of jail. Did you default on this bail?
I showed up for my bail. I showed up for my court cases.
You did?
Yes.
Let me see the papers that you have.
Yes, ma'am.
You sure you showed up on all your cases? Think carefully. Did you show up on all your cases?
Think carefully.
Shh, shh. That's very easy for me. Did you show up on all your cases, Mr. Anderson?
I don't think so.
Right. Shh. Right. And because you didn't show up on all your cases, the bail was forfeited. Isn't that what happens?
Yes.
Aren't you glad you told the truth?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I put a TV in her room. I bought her a VCR. I bought her numerous of clothes, shoes, and everything. I did not ask her to bail me out. She did this on her own.
And later today.
You want to be a bum?
No.
You're on your way.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Lori Calloway says she came to the rescue of her former boyfriend, Camise Anderson, and bailed him out of jail. Now she wants payback.
Let me ask you this question. When you went before the judge and you got bailed out, did you promise the judge you would come back?
Yes, I did.
So you lied. Right? Hama? Well, you didn't come back. Did you forget? You forgot. Mister, you forgot, right?
I probably missed one case.
You forgot.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. Now, you want to tell me, sir, why you think you don't owe her this money?
For the simple fact, if that was the case, then I should be counted suing her for what I've gave her. I've gave her numerous of things. I put a TV in her, I put a TV, that was before I got locked. I put a TV in her room. I bought her a VCR. I bought her numerous of clothes, shoes, and everything. I did not ask her to bail me out. She did this on her own. Oh. I had a paid lawyer, you know. Oh. And basically, I had a paid lawyer at the time.
What is your lawyer? Your lawyer wasn't giving you $1,300 to get out of jail. What difference it made? You keep saying you had a lawyer. Anderson, pay the money, sir. Buying her a VCR and a television set and a couple of pairs of shoes doesn't wash. You know, you have to be, how old are you?
26.
Are you working now?
Yes, I am.
If you want to drive a car, you have to be responsible. If you get a ticket, you have to show up. If you don't show up and you have a warrant issued and the judge says to you, do you promise to come back? You got to come back. And if because you forgot she lost her $1,300, you got to pay up $1,300 for the plaintiff. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Who's stupid? Who's paying? I'm not. But your man is. All right, but your man. That's the whole. That's the whole point. Man You're right. Did you hear yourself? My man. Your man. My man. And you can have him. Okay, and I got him. Had him all the time. And you can have him. And I got him. And you can have him. Both of y'all can talk to my diploma, because don't neither one of y'all have one.
And now the next case.
Parties on Maldonado versus Ashlock. Step forward, please.
34-year-old Anthony Maldonado claims neighbor Debbie Ashlock's 13-year-old nephew, Christopher Ashlock, vandalized his home.
You folks are neighbors?
Yes, we are.
Live in private houses?
Yes, ma'am.
How close to each other do you live?
10 feet apart.
So you're right next door neighbors.
Right.
How long have you been neighbors?
About 4 years.
This is your nephew?
Yes.
The nephew at issue?
That's correct.
How long has he been living with you?
7 years.
How old are you, young man?
13.
What's your name?
Chris.
Mr. Maldonado, according to your complaint, this young man causes a lot of damage to your property.
Correct.
Ms. Ashlock says she can't be responsible for all the neighborhood kids. Whatever damage her nephew has, in fact, caused to your property, she's prepared to pay for. Let's hear about the fence, because the fence seems to be something that you agree you're responsible for, or this young man is responsible for. What happened to your fence, and what kind of fence was it?
It's a cinder block wall that I ended up putting up on my own. She wasn't able to afford to pay her part of it. I did urge her to try to help me with it because it was a very large wall and it was
Mr. Maldonado.
Expensive. Yes, ma'am.
We're not going back to the flood, sir. I want you to tell me about the damage to the fence that he caused.
He removed all the grout, ma'am.
All the grout?
Yes.
Explain to me how he removed the grout from the cinder block, sir.
He must have had a lot of energy because, he dug into the grout, into the blocks, with, I believe, some sort of sharp instrument, maybe a screwdriver or something. I saw both, actually him and two of his friends, who are my other next-door neighbors, doing that.
Did you sue them?
I did not sue them because I actually saw him with the device. And,
yeah, but they were all doing it, you said.
Well, they were all within the vicinity, yes. Eventually, they all admitted.
All right, so how much did this cost you to regrout the fence?
Actually, there was estimates for $60 to just regrout it, which isn't much. I guess it's mostly the principal. I've had a lot of problems with them.
Let me explain something to you.
Right.
This is a court.
Right.
So if there was damage caused that you saw, or that you have a witness, and that witness saw, I'm prepared to hear that. So I want you to tell me, other than this grout, which costs $60, okay, so 20 bucks of that we will attribute to him because he was there with two other people who were probably all chipping away at the grout, right?
Yes.
And what were you using to chip away at the grout?
Stick, Your Honor.
What else did you see him do?
I saw them throwing stones this one afternoon before I left for work. He and his two friends again over onto my yard. It's always happening on their side of the house. They were throwing stones. I alerted them not to throw any more. And when I left for work, I come back late at night. I noticed that there were cracks in my skylight. And it was raining, so it started leaking. I went up there, found out that there was also bricks up there that had been thrown up there purposely to crack my skylight open.
But Mr. Maldonado, you didn't see who did that?
I didn't actually see the person that threw the exact stone, no, Your Honor.
Or the bricks?
Right.
Tell me, Mr. Maldonado, what other damage you actually saw, if any, Chris do to your home?
I've had also an assault. I mean, that time that I caught them digging into the grout, they were assaulting me with dirt clods. That's one of the...
Throwing dirt clods at you?
Right. And some of them did hit me.
All right, so what I'm gathering from this, Mr. Maldonado, is other than the business with the grout, you didn't actually see Chris here do anything to your property, but you surmised it was Chris and his friends because you're a pretty good guesser.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Every time Chris turned around, Anthony was blaming you for something that he didn't do. Excuse me, but the last 2 years have been very stressful with this neighbor.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Anthony Maldonado says his neighbor's nephew, Christopher Ashlock, damaged his property.
No. You go to school?
Yes.
Did you get a report card last year?
Yeah.
How'd you do?
Not really good.
You know, Chris, I could have told you that. You want to be a bum?
No.
You're on your way. Jump! Because he can't prove to me that you did, or not you alone, you with other neighborhood kids, you with a couple of friends. He can't prove to me that you did all the damage to the house, so that I can't charge you for it. You know if you did it. And if you're spending your time vandalizing somebody else's property rather than going to school and trying to make something of yourself, then you're going to grow up to be a bum. That's what's going to happen. What are you going to do for Mr. Maldonado to correct this damage that you've been doing to his house?
We've already fixed it.
You fixed it?
Yeah.
Tell me what you fixed.
The wall.
Mm-hmm. Did he fix the wall?
It was very haphazardly done, yes.
But
Yes,
it's
Your Honor.
fixed.
Yes.
You going to bother him anymore?
No, I haven't bothered him for a long time. It was a couple years ago that we did this to his wall.
Miss Ashlock, is there anything you want to say?
Yes, in Christopher's defense, the wall, excuse me, but the last 2 years have been very stressful with this neighbor. But the wall was an accumulation of his, it was like Christopher's frustration. He realizes it was wrong and he shouldn't have done it. And we had to talk about it and he was punished for it and I fixed the wall.
Okay.
And it didn't cost $60, it was free. But in his frustration out of Anthony doing all these things to him, every time Chris turned around, Anthony was blaming him for something that he didn't do. It was his way of retaliating against somebody a little bigger than he is.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Want justice? Call 1-888-800-JUDY.
My sense is, Miss Ashlock, that Chris has a lot of frustrations. His parents aren't together, lived with his father. Father not around anymore, he's with his aunt and his grandmother, and decided doesn't have both feet planted right, and his school is suffering, and he's hanging around with kids and getting himself into trouble. All of those things are probably true, right?
They were maybe 6 months ago.
Okay, well, if he's back on track, that's really good. And I'm pleased to hear that. You sound like a very nice lady. So your wall is fixed, and you can't prove that Chris did any other damage. You probably felt it, but can't prove it. So, Mr. Maldonado, there isn't an award that I can give you, sir. You understand that?
I understand that.
I believe that you understand that your neighbor is a nice lady. And is trying her best under difficult conditions. Right?
I realize that, ma'am.
Good. So, try to be understanding. And you gotta realize that when you take on this kind of responsibility, sometimes there are problems and you gotta deal with them.
And I do, I try to.
I know you do. I wish you a lot of good luck.
Thank you.
Because it's gonna be, how old is your niece?
10.
How do you do in school?
Good.
Yes?
She's on the honor roll.
Great. I'm pleased to hear that. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Out the back door.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
I have lived with this man for the last 2 years, constantly harassing me. I just want him to leave me alone. Just forget I live there. You stay on your side of the fence, we'll stay on ours.
I will. Just have your kids, you know, not vandalize my property.
Do not vandalize your property.
Well, she didn't know the entire story. Their family is clearly dysfunctional. They have problems. They can't seem to relate to anyone else besides within themselves, their own family. And I'm probably going to have to put up with it until I move or until something else happens.
She would call me mother. She would call my husband dad. You know, I loved her as a daughter.
That was very nice of you.
Yes, it was.
Why would you want to do that?
Because I loved her.
But now, the girl they took in for 2 years says they owe her money.
She did do a lot of things for me out of the kindness of her heart.
Miss Braun, I don't understand why you're so angry with this. Miss Braun, you lived with the defendant for many years.
Mm-hmm.
Lived in her home.
Yes.
You were friends or friends of one of her children, is that right?
Yes.
How old were you when you moved into her house?
18.
And how many years did you live there?
Till April 21st of 1996.
And how old were you?
I was 20.
So you lived there for 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
And did you get married? Is that why you left?
Mm-hmm.
According to your papers, there was a time when you allowed the defendant to use your Sears credit card.
Mm-hmm.
I believe on 3 occasions, and the total bill was about $500.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're suing her for.
Yes.
She's quite offended, right?
That's right.
Tell me why.
Well, because of the fact that, you know, I opened my doors for her. You know, she was my daughter's best friend. And so I just figured, you know, and she was an 18, she was 17. I have proof because we had, at the time, we decided that she was going to live under our roof. We were going to give her medical and dental insurance to cover for her braces. I have the enrollment forms from my husband's state insurance.
So you covered her health insurance?
I covered her health insurance, her medical insurance. I paid for her homecoming prom dress that I have pictures of. You know, I didn't ask for anything in return. You know, and for her to have the audacity to come back at me for the $530-some. I did pay her back that. I did pay her in cash. I paid her. I never go without paying a debt. And I never thought that I'd have to have a receipt to carry with me to prove that I had paid her. Because, you know, she would call me mother. She would call my husband dad. You know, I loved her as a daughter, and she wasn't really anything to me. And the only reason that I feel that she did this is because of the fact that her mother-in-law was upset because I wouldn't come out and give her money for the wedding expenses when she got married.
So this, you believe, is really over money for her wedding?
Exactly.
Tell me about that.
Well, when back at the time that she was getting her wedding arrangements done, we were going to be getting a settlement. My mother was run over and killed back in '95, and I was waiting for a check to come in. And at the time, I was also on disability. I've had back surgery. And I had offered to help out with the wedding expenses, you know, half of the wedding expenses.
That was very nice of you.
Yes, it was.
Why would you want to do that?
Because I loved her.
You have your own family?
Yes, I do.
You have children of your own?
Yes, I do. I have 2 children at home and a grandson and my husband.
And you volunteered to pay for part of the wedding?
Yes, I did.
And then what happened?
And then when the months went and the money wouldn't be coming in, they were getting very stressful.
What do you mean the money wouldn't be coming in?
The money that was supposed to be coming in for the settlement. And it was getting closer to the wedding. And the mother-in-law was getting very stressful. Where's the money? Where's the money? And I didn't have the money. And what little that I did have, I went ahead and altered her wedding dress. And I had paid for the cleaning. I had paid $100 towards the mariachis. Just little things like that, but never did I ever hear that they had, you know, confronted the mother, the biological mother, for any money. After everything that we've done for her, I just can't understand why she comes around and wants to sue me for $532 when it's over an amount of over $5,000 that we have here in receipts.
Let me just take a look and see, because you have a counterclaim, which you understand.
Yes.
I really can't address it. I'm going to tell you why. Because you never had an agreement with her.
Exactly.
That she was going to repay you for your kindnesses.
Yes.
You gave to her because you wanted to. In order for me to entertain your countersuit, I have to find that there was a contract, even if it was a verbal one, for her to pay you. And there wasn't one.
Exactly.
Okay. So let me take a look at some of these things.
There is the orthodontist bill way at the back. It shows $1,000 paid towards her dental work.
Did she pay $1,000 towards your dental work?
Did she? No, she didn't.
Who
I
did?
have
The
copies
insurance.
right here of everything that I paid for. The contract is in my name. So I don't know what she's talking about.
Oh, did you actually pay for her orthodontia?
My husband's medical insurance paid for that, yes.
Now, when you were there for 2 years, 2.5 years, Were you going to school?
Yes. I paid rent. I paid her $37.50 a week, which added up to $150 a month.
And what did that include?
I didn't have to pay for groceries or anything. The only thing that we had to pay for was shampoo and detergent, stuff that we used.
Okay. So for $150 a month, you covered your rent, your gas, electric, your food, and whatever other incidental expenses that they may have paid for. They took you out to dinner. When family went out to dinner, did you go with them?
Yeah.
And when the family went out to dinner and you went with them, were you asked to pay your share? Or
No,
or
sometimes
did
she
they-
would treat, sometimes we would treat. It was never like they paid for everything.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
If you do things for people, then that's out of the kindness of your heart. You don't have to keep a log, oh, I did this, I did this, I did this.
I happen to think you're pretty ungrateful.
And later today,
I don't think he thought anything wrong with the three of you living nicely together. You look like three nice people. You could live nicely together.
Yeah, the Golden Girls do it.
What? The Golden Girls do it? He's cute.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Gracie Braun says her best friend's mother, Rita Holguin, used her credit card and never paid her back. Rita says she not only paid her back, but she supported her for over 2 years.
Now tell me about the Sears credit card. Why did you need her Sears credit card?
The time that I used a charge card, it was probably just something that I had to buy, and the money hadn't came in yet, the settlement, and I knew I was going to pay her back. And I specifically remember paying her back because what I do is I put it in a list of who I have to pay. And when I got my settlement, my sister here, she was there when I showed her that I was going to pay Gracie. I entered my daughter's room and I had the money in my hand. I says, Gracie, would you like for me to go pay the Sears account, or would you do it yourself? She had stated, I'll pay it later, Mom.
Your Honor, I moved out of her house while she was in Hawaii. I went back the night before, and she helped me get the rest of my stuff to take me. I don't know when she came and gave me this money, because I have statements here. She signed her own name on my card, and this one she signed my name. So I don't know if you want to look at these, but she never gave me any money.
But Ms. Braun, tell me about this wedding problem, because that's probably what precipitated this lawsuit. I can't imagine otherwise why you would, after what appears to me to be tremendous kindness by a total stranger to you, you would come into court and sue her for $500.
That wasn't even the thing. I called, I have talked to her on many occasions about this bill. I told her, I cannot afford to pay this anymore because that's not right. You know, she did do a lot of things for me out of the kindness of her heart, which I don't understand why she wants me, or why she's patting herself on the back. If you do things for people, then that's out of the kindness of your heart. You don't have to keep a log, oh, I did this, I did this, I did this.
We're talking about 2.5 or more years of taking care of, really, a total stranger. And there's something else here. I mean, maybe it's about this wedding business. Did you have a big wedding?
Yes, I did.
Did you expect her, was there an arrangement where you expected her to pay for part of the wedding?
I never asked her, she offered.
Offered to pay how much?
For half.
How much was the wedding?
I don't even know. My mother-in-law paid for everything. She made arrangements to pay for the whole thing. She offered to pay for half, so she started adding in, oh, let's have mariachis, let's do this, let's do that, because she was going to pay for half.
Right.
Well, 2 weeks before the wedding, she started saying, I can't pay for this, I can't pay for that, I can't pay for this. I never said anything to her about it. That was never an issue with me.
Were you angry? Was your mother-in-law angry?
No.
Then I don't understand why you're suing her.
Because it's money that she charged on my bill. I don't think that I should have to pay that.
And you say you paid her when she came back into the house?
I paid her when I got my settlement. As you can see, I have papers there where I got our check in '96. It was in March of '96 we got a check for $18,000.
How could you pay me in March when you didn't charge till the 2nd of March and the April 18th and 19th? How did you pay me?
Ms. Braun.
Anyway,
I don't understand why you're so angry with her.
It's frustrating.
Why is it frustrating?
She's saying she paid me for something she hadn't even charged yet.
No, she said she got her settlement at that time, so she knew she had the money.
That's when she paid me, in March. She hadn't even charged anything in March until March 2nd and April 18th and 19th.
Ms. Braun, I don't know why you're so angry with this lady. It's not what she said. She said she had the money because she got the settlement in March.
Then she should have paid me the money she owed me.
I'm not satisfied that she didn't pay you the money. I happen to think you're pretty ungrateful.
Yes.
She says she paid you. Anybody who takes a total stranger into their house, treats her like one of their own for 2.5 years, when their own mother is not taking care of her, takes care of putting her on their insurance so that at least she has the opportunity of having her teeth fixed, so that she does have medical insurance, even if it's just another $20 a week that's taken out of this man's paycheck to ensure that you are covered by insurance. She fed you. She provided a roof over your head. Right. She treated you like a member of the family.
That's right.
So that means she's a pretty good person. And that means this pretty good person is telling me I paid her. I have to believe a nice person like Miss Holquin would not lie to me about paying you back. So your lawsuit's dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She burned the bridge that she walked on. You know, she doesn't have a family now. You know, she has nobody.
I have a family.
Oh,
We never
yeah.
had
All right. That's right.
You guys used her. Thank you that the knight in shining armor came and took you away.
Good.
And now the next case.
Parties on Taylor versus Guillaume. Step forward, please.
50-year-old Hallie Taylor is suing 46-year-old bus driver Patricia Guillaume because of emotional distress while they both lived in the home of a former boyfriend named Lee Coleman. Patricia is countersuing for malicious prosecution.
Well, this is a very unusual complaint and countersuit. You're Lee?
Yes.
The cause of all the trouble. According to these papers, Miss Taylor, you unfortunately became homeless.
Yes.
Lee was a friend of yours.
Yes.
At first, he said that you could sleep in your car in his driveway.
Yes.
But then said, why don't you move into the house? Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
Just to be kind.
Yes.
Shortly thereafter, Lee over here extends an invitation to this young lady to also come to the house, to rent a room. Is that right?
Yes.
No, that's reverse. That's reverse. That's not. Pat was already there.
This is Pat.
Right.
Lee, you want to step up here? Don't talk to me sitting.
Okay.
I like when you stand when you talk to me, so come
Okay.
on up here. She was already living there when you invited Miss Taylor to come in to the house?
Yes.
For how long?
Oh, I was still moving my things in. And when I had gotten the last of my belongings in, then he had informed me that she was going to be living there.
Bottom line is, at about the same moment, these two women came into your house.
That's not true.
Within days of each other?
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
sit down. Within days, you both found yourself living with Lee. You had no idea she was going to be there, and you had no idea she was going to be there.
Yes, I knew she was going to be there because he had already had rented her the room.
But she wasn't living there already?
No.
Okay. And the two of you didn't get along?
No.
You two?
Yes.
And you say because you didn't get along, she caused you all kinds of stress, high blood pressure, hypertension, and you wanted to pay you $5,000.
Yes.
And you are suing her for malicious prosecution.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
She's saying another thing. If I want to F Lee, I wouldn't wait till you leave. I'll F him while you here.
Lee, having two women live in your home is not a good idea.
I don't know that.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 50-year-old Hallie Taylor is suing 46-year-old bus driver Patricia Guillaume because of emotional distress while they both lived in the home of a former boyfriend named Lee Coleman. Patricia is countersuing for malicious prosecution.
All right, this is not going to take very long, Miss Taylor. Tell me how she caused you stress.
From day one, Pat aggravated me. She antagonized me.
Give me an example.
There are two incidents that took place. The first incident took place in the garage. We were in the garage talking. Lee, Pat. First was Lee and Pat. And then all of a sudden, and she said, your girlfriend. And I was standing over there by the back of his truck. And she rushed over there to me and got in my face and she said, don't you use my bathroom. Incident number 2, she stated she wanted to have a talk face to face. Lee got us together with Lee present. We started talking. She did the talking first. She says, I don't like you. She said, I think you're nasty. I think you're a liar. I think you're a con woman. And I think you're not trustworthy. I said, well, Pat, I don't see how you can make all these consumptions about me. You don't know me for about 2 weeks. And then when she finished, I said, you finished saying what you have to say? So then I said what I had to say.
Well, what did you say? I said, well, Pat, I can't help if you don't like me. But the things that you were saying about me is not true. That's not me. Okay. And before I said something else, and she said another thing. If I want to F Lee, I wouldn't wait till you leave. I'll F him while you here. And I said, well, go ahead. That's honest.
Go ahead. I mean, you know, I care less. Okay. And then she walked over to me and she rushed up in my face. I mean, she was so close, I felt the breath, her warm breath from her mouth.
What'd she say?
And her left breath touching my left shoulder. And then Lee saw that the conversation wasn't going anywhere, so he stepped in between us.
So those are the 2 incidents that you're complaining about?
Yes, and each incident I went to the hospital.
Miss Taylor, those were 2 what we call conversations, not worthy of a lawsuit. She didn't hit you. She didn't threaten you.
Oh, yes, she did.
No, not in the 2 instances you told me. Yeah, it's not a lawsuit.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
Countersuit. What are you countersuing her for?
Well, this whole thing, it annoyed me. It annoyed me because
Miss Guillaume, this whole thing annoys me. Let me tell you something, too. It's late, and I'm getting annoyed.
What had happened, once I had picked up the suit, I had sued Lee, Mr. Coleman, and...
What'd you sue him for?
I wanted my money back.
You mean the money that you gave him for your apartment?
Yes, what had happened...
Did you get it?
Yes, I did.
You did? Good. Well, that's good. You know, Lee, having 2 women live in your home is not a good idea.
I don't know that.
Miss Taylor, Miss Guillaume, this is not a case that belongs in court. Okay. Either your lawsuit or your countersuit. I think this gentleman made a very bad judgment. He was probably trying to be a good guy. I don't think he was trying to be bad. I think he was a friend of yours. He was trying to help you out. I don't think he thought anything wrong with the 3 of you living nicely together. You look like 3 nice people. You could live nicely together.
Yeah, the Golden Girls do it.
What? The Golden Girls do it? He's cute. All right. Go have a nice day. This lawsuit and the countersuit are dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
It was just more than I could take. You know, I like you, while she's jabbing you in your back. You know,
that's not true.
I get a call on my phone from a girl telling me she love me, but hardly trust she a hoe. Got a job in my mind, so asked her the blows. Said she don't wanna rush, she want it slow. Fucked her brains up, kicked her out the door, yeah. Never did love no one. Have my boys in my back with these guns, blacked out drip. Fuck these nuns. I don't pray for love, I pray for one night kinda fun. Dropped her off to be sex, kicked her out to the curb, I'm done. Said she wants me bad, said she wants me to be a dad to a son. Thought this bitch was a mine. Fuck these 304s, I ain't got time. I do drills for a living, no farts back home. These hoes be catfishing. If I'm wrong, then tell me what I miss. Say murder on my next minute, we peak is sick. Get the bag, get the fame, come home, he's back bitching. I get a call on my phone from a girl telling me she love me, but hardly trust she a hoe. Got a job in my mind, so asked her the blows. Said she don't wanna rush, she want it slow. Fucked her brains up, kicked her out the door, yeah. 2 years straight, I've been on a mission. Get the bag, hit the fame, living on my cash or a pension. Events for the ops, I'm not anymore in detention. Walk in a room and feel the tension. Say it to my face, but not in mention. Lost in a time when I fuck these bare hoes on these benches. I'm stressed as sin, that's just the way I begin. Give me a moment to think, I'ma write on my words. I'm sorry for the years as being a pimp. Let me correct my words, I'm sorry for the years as being a simp. Not anymore, but the whole damn soon, she wanna be my hoe. Let's go. I get a call on my phone from a girl telling me she love me, but hardly trust she a hoe. Got a job in my mind, so asked her the blows. Said she don't wanna rush, she want it slow. Fucked her brains up, kicked her out the door, yeah. Never did love no one. Have my boys in my back with these guns, blacked out drip. Fuck these nuns. I don't pray for love, I pray for one night kinda fun. Dropped her off to be sex, kicked her out to the curb, I'm done. Said she wants me bad, said she wants me to be a dad to a son. Thought this bitch was a mine. Fuck these 304s, I ain't got time. I do drills for a living, no farts back home. These hoes be catfishing. If I'm wrong, then tell me what I miss. Say murder on my next minute, we peak is sick. Get the bag, get the fame, come home, he's back bitching.